Better days. Better days. Better days. Dog in the miniature of comics. Talk forever, get right your ergonomics. Taking questions from the chat. With a name like that, you think they talk more about the fact. Better days. Better days. Better days. In the bad cave.
Hey now, welcome to OmniDog's Vault Batter Days in the Batcave. I'm OmniDog. I apologize for the lateness of this. I actually have a reasonable excuse. I was having internet issues. And no, the issue wasn't me this time, but you're right to think that it might have been. So here we go. Chris from Marvel Alliance, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me on. Always a pleasure to join the Batter Day crew.
Nice. And BJ Kicks, how's it going?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. I forgot how much I love that theme song. I was just sitting here jamming.
You want to hear it again?
Let's do it. No,
well, okay. Once I get you all introduced, I'll play it again. And this is Kody from KodyCollects. How are you doing? AKA Kody Compacts.
Yeah, I guess that's what everybody's calling me recently. But yeah, KodyCollects back again here on OmniDog's channel. I think this is my second appearance, and it's always great when we're joined by some new faces to me. I've never been on a piece of content with either Chris or BJ, of course. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun here to talk some comics.
Yeah, and it's good to have you. It's good to have all three of you. This is going to be, well, the initial topic, everybody knows that doesn't transfer past like the first 30 seconds, but it's hot singles in your area. And it could, even I have some singles. I'll have to go get my favorite one, but I just pick covers that I like. But you guys, Chris, I forget, do you usually get single issues too, or are you more collected editions?
I'm more collected editions in physical realm, but in the singles, it's digital. So,
okay, that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
we just want you to be here so you can talk about whatever you want.
I can grab some singles that I have in the background. So,
okay, I have to go to the other room anyway to get my favorite recent singles. So, no, you haven't missed the milkshakes, but that means you are a regular viewer to expect them. So nice to have you here. Let me go. I haven't, because of the internet issues, I haven't had a chance to put everybody's name in the description yet. I will do that while somebody's answering a question.
He's already on the move. We're
going mobile. I've never seen this before here on.
Oh, you haven't?
I've never early on in the show. He's already on the
stream when we're walking around. My like station is kind of staying put. You know what I mean? I can't really take the camera around like this. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I remember the first time I had Sean on the show from the Comic Pals. It was just Sean and I on the stream, and I had to get up and go get something from the other room, and I just left him sitting there, and he was like, "What's happening here?" And I came back, and I was like, "Oh, don't worry, this is part of the show where I just leave you hanging."
That's pretty funny. Get someone else to like host the show for you. Like, hey, I'm gonna go take a nap. And Sean can just,
those are for the 5-hour streams, you know.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So Sean was baffled at that one, but he's into it now. He knows that there's no structure.
I'm just impressed because if you go past that door right there, there is nothing comic related in my house. Like,
listen, same BJ. It must be for certain reasons. You gotta keep it all.
Hey, he's got a marriage.
Sorry, mine's off. It's upstairs.
I would be allowed.
I came back from a walk, so sweaty. So
Oh,
Nah,
I
yeah,
literally
nah.
never take mine off. When I first got married, I would take it off for like different errands and stuff.
Yeah.
And then like one time I was drying my hands in the work bathroom and like it came off in the paper towel. And it was like, I would forget it sometimes, but then that happened. I was like, I'm just never taking it off again. And I have not.
Yeah, there's only two places I leave it when I take it off, and it's in the main place right now. So
I kind of fidget with it. I kind of be spinning it. You know,
I'll do this every once in a while.
You know, we're like 2 years married or whatever, so I'm still,
nice.
I'm still in the fidgeting phase. Yeah.
Those are all good justifications for not going out of your room because you're married, but upper management actually not only gave me the basement, but laid it out on graph paper where everything would go. So, and she's listening too, so I should.
Wait, do you call her upper management because she lives upstairs?
That's a good reason, but
point it up.
I didn't know she was right.
And literally.
Her the area that she has her hobby in, which is crafts and stuff, it is upstairs, like upstairs, and then we usually meet in the middle floor. We live in a townhouse, but she's upper management because she's the highest ranked official in this house.
And then when you meet at the middle, who's middle management?
She is.
Some pets maybe. Some pets are the bosses over there. But
she is.
Right through this wall is my wife's office. So all of her crafting stuff and that kind of lives in there. But she has the rest of the house to decorate however she wants. I keep everything contained in here. So
same.
Right.
Basement.
Yeah, exactly. Just
Brian's right.
Random clothes and stuff on the floor in here. Like it's just
it looks clean. The angle you got it on, you know, I know the YouTube camera tricks, you know, like my floor is very messy, but it's just can't see it.
Yeah, that's not on screen. It's cool.
Do you have floor stacks?
I don't have floor stacks. This episode of Batter Days is probably brought to us all by IKEA, right? But I just recently built that back wall and it took out most of the stuff that was on the floor. I do have 4 boxes right over here, just out of frame, that I need to take to my storage unit, but I gotta like organize them first. So
yeah, I've got.
For me, it's just a bunch of cords, everywhere.
Oh,
I do have a lot of cords.
Yeah, I've got 4 or 5 books I need to shelve, and then I'll probably bring over the 2 short boxes that have the only singles I have left in my singles collection to use for show and tell.
Man, you know, the fact that you're digital, right? It's like I'm sitting next to 1 month's worth, 2 months worth, 3 months worth. They sent me all this stack here. This is another month over here. And then the ones that we're talking about from this month right here. So I'm just surrounded by months that I've should have put away, really have just been falling behind. And it's like, it's this weird thing because it stacks, right? It's like, I can't put away these because the place that I want to put them down is there's like a bunch of cardboard. I got to get that cleared out before I can put these away. It's like like a steps system or something like that.
I mean, BJ's actually been to my house, so he kind of knows the setup, but I've been very much even more refining what I bring into the collection now, just because we all can't be like you, Jess, and have infinite amount of space.
That's the dream. A full basement.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Well, I mean, I have a full basement, but the space only goes so far in the where other bookcases can go, and I think I've exhausted those options.
You're maxed out. Yeah, I got a little bit of room to grow, and then it's gonna be you're probably clearing some stuff out. You know.
Yeah. Like, truth be told, if worst case scenario, I could just build like that, like I did the back wall. I could do like one of the side walls that way too. But I really like having room on the wall to display art.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the thing. Art. I use I don't know if I can tilt my camera. I have like all my comic posters.
Oh wow.
Oh, cool.
Oh, I love that one where the body was. That's a good.
That's like the bathroom.
Yeah, I got some Ed Brew, just like a lot of my favorite creators. So we got some let's see. Oh, this is really showing, and even some empty space too. So I have a bunch of posters that I've been meaning to hang up. Actually, that's what some of the floor space is, some of the posters as well. So there you go.
And wait, you have a television next to you that's showing golf?
It's I don't even know what's going on right now, but it's like this is where I play games too, so I can have
Oh,
my PS3 plugged in, so I can do. It's one of those fat PS3s where you can play PS1, 2, and 3. It's backwards compatible. That's why we're doing some retro gaming there. And then while I'm reading comics, you got something on the TV or something like that. I don't know. Are you guys those where you can you have to read where it's completely silent, or do you read where there's something going on in the background? Because I feel like I can do either, but I think I prefer something going on in the background, I guess.
I have ambient music playing without lyrics.
Ambient
So it's
music.
That's
That's a
typical.
good
Quiet.
strategy.
Yeah. But I don't
read
know
with-
about
I'll read with my kids. Either they're watching something or reading something too. So it's just
Just by
whatever they're
nature,
doing.
it's something
Yeah.
noise.
Got used
So
to
you
it.
got-
So
Bluey on in the background and you can read through that.
I'll cry either to Bluey or what I'm reading, whether that's a good or bad thing depends. If I'm reading some Marvel books right now, I'm probably crying, not for the best reasons.
Oh
There
dear.
you go. Yeah, nice.
We can get to that. Yeah.
Get those
How
Marvel
about you,
shots in
BJ?
early.
Yeah, well, no, I'll try to throw on some kind of like ambient sounds. I'm finding that like I need I need something so I can zone into the comic.
That's me. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Helps.
like that wall right there replaced. I had a huge TV, and it was like a 50-inch TV, and I realized like I was never the one watching it. Like my kids would be in here watching Cocomelon or Bluey or whatever it was, and so it's like I'll be sitting right here. I'm in the corner of the room in front of the window, trying to just focus on the comic. Like, all right, yeah, y'all watch that. And then it's like, I got all this stuff on the floor. I don't watch the TV anyway. Let's just put some shelves there. So, but yeah, headphones, either white noise or like lo-fi beats, and that's how I read.
Low piece. That's cool. No, I mean your setup looks great, BJ. I think the bookshelf turned out great. That's cool.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that like it looks like it's full, but all those short boxes are empty. So like when I actually
Oh
need the
yeah,
space,
right.
it's small.
But the lighting effects you've got there are really
Art.
very cool and relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
like
feel like
you.
my lighting is something I gotta step up. I gotta figure out some kind of lighting solution, something back there to make it a little better. But I don't have a glowing O. Wait, where's like they have like a DC, a glowing DC or like a glowing Marvel? Are those
Just
We could go back to that room.
He's on the move
Yeah.
again.
multiple
That's
rooms
where-
streaming? That's
Yeah.
dang. There you go.
This one does have art in it.
Mm.
That's like down at the bottom
That's cool.
are some Nakayama covers signed by David Nakayama, and then that one is the original. Wait, I might as well show the original art to the last comic of Irredeemable
Oh.
that Friends got for me back in 2019. Friends from where I met everybody, the Facebook, excuse me, Omnibus Collectors Group, where I met just about everybody. So they got me the original art because I was hospitalized for pancreatitis for a week. So they got me
That's all I gotta
that,
do to
and
get
then
some original art.
sorry,
That's all I got to do to get some original art.
get hospitalized. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the issue. Yeah, for like more than overnight, I think.
Okay, it's got to be a week.
You gotta be.
I don't. Yeah,
Does
I
that
don't
have a
remember
baby
much
count? Like,
about it because I was out of my head.
What does that sound like? Like BJ's trying to play math at this point. Like someone sent me a TikTok this morning saying like, you can either be like have a loan for 30 years or rob a bank and go to jail for 10. I was like, yeah, but it's still you're going to jail.
Yeah, that's a choice. I don't know that I'd pick
30
that.
years older at least. So
I think you know what it is. I think I don't know if you guys have seen this like phenomenon, but for some reason, people in jail, I guess they have phones, they have smartphones, they have TikTok. They're posting TikToks like their life in jail. So maybe it's making people think that life in jail isn't so bad. I mean, they have a cell phone.
No, it's still jail.
That's what I'm. It's probably not.
People in jail are
weird.
allowed to send out jail TikToks.
I think
There's
it's
some
all
things
black,
that,
like underground. They're not supposed
Jail
to be doing
talk?
stuff, but yeah, they'll just be filming their whole life inside jail and like,
I don't want to know where they're storing those phones. Let's just
My
leave it at
I
that.
guess
wife
some deals
has
with the
those.
guards or something. Like, hey, let me run my TikTok side gig or something like that. I don't know, but
yikes.
my wife has I don't know if he's a relative or a family friend, but like obviously he fell into hard times and ended up in prison. And that dude absolutely has a phone because like he added me on Facebook, and like
That's what I'm saying.
every now and then he'll post like a new
Hey.
and I'm just like, how?
We're watching
How do you
reels.
have
You can
it?
watch
And, like,
reels
he'll
in jail. It's
comment
not
on
so
different
bad.
stuff, and it's like, what?
So
How
jail
does that
talk
happen?
is a thing, and jail
Jail talk.
face.
So
If
that's a
you
new
do- if you
audience, Jess, that you
hashtag
can
jail
get.
talk, you will
You
find
can
it.
new audience you can latch into the jail
prisoner,
collected
yeah.
missions. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't want this to ever happen, Matt. God bless you, but no, I'm
Live
not
from
interested.
Folsom. Jess is
Yeah.
gonna be live from Folsom.
No.
I wonder what comics they have in prison. That's a good video idea, BJ. You could have that one for
Oh,
free.
top
Hell,
10. Top
I wonder,
10.
we could probably look up a prison library and like, or at least see what's banned.
See
Right?
what's
Yeah.
banned, yeah. True,
That
true.
is your
prisoner.
domain.
What was it?
Well,
Out of
I'm sorry.
Alcatraz? Good prisoner
Out of
escape one?
Alcatraz, yeah, an out of prison story in prison. That's a good idea.
Whose domain?
Criminal?
Is
Yours.
Criminal.
You can have
Yeah,
jail
crime
talk
noir
all you
probably is
want,
pretty-
man. I
That's
don't
probably
want
the
to.
most popular genre in jail.
this
Crime
feels
and
charged
noir.
for some reason.
They love Ed Brubaker in jail. Maybe I'd fit in then in that case. I love Ed Brubaker, so I can just
I just
Just
spilled
remind
something.
everyone, it's still
I'll be right back.
jail.
Right.
No,
Be
listen,
right
you don't have to work your job, more time to read comics. It doesn't sound so bad. You're reading Ed Brubaker in
You
jail.
do push-ups, you come out looking swole.
Always. You get way
Man.
stronger. That just happens.
None of those pesky distractions, you know.
You guys.
No, you
are
have
out
all
of your
new
minds.
distractions. You have all new distractions.
No more upper management. You know what I'm saying, Jess?
Oh, no,
I will-
No, all new upper management.
Upper management's not nearly as pretty as mine in jail. So
There was a
I'm not.
letter of a. Sorry, Ellen and Cedric says there was a letter from a prisoner about what he reads in Comics the Magazine issue 2.
Dang,
Oh, I have
I
that.
probably have that like within arm's reach.
I have.
Oh, I'm number 3.
Mine are
I'm
over
next to
there.
number 3.
I gotta go get mine. Hold on.
Yeah, I have that magazine.
Number 4 and number 5. I have number 4 and number 5 here. I'm missing number 2, guys. Missing number 2. Actually, that might have been the transition period. So my comic shop closed, right? That was a whole big thing.
Someone
tried
was
to cover
asking
on the
about
channel.
that.
It was awful. So I think that might have been the month that was a transition period between my shop closed and I missed issue 2. So, yeah.
I actually have like 2 issue 2s.
Shout out
Because
Batman.
Oh, you can send the extra to Cody now.
you know that's fine.
What's on the
with me.
cover? What's on the cover of that one? Is that
This is the Battle Beast cover.
yeah, that's the one. I don't have Battle Beast. I don't have the Battle Beast one. That's the
I can
one.
send you mine. I
Ha!
this one was a gift from Rico Renzi because I went to Heroes. I brought all of my Comics the magazines to Heroes with me to get signed. Except I looked at the stack and I realized it wasn't all of them. I had 2 copies of issue 1. So I brought 2 number 1s and then 3 through 5 at the time. So Rico just gave me a different issue 2 and signed it.
Batnessa has been watching you a lot, Cody.
Shout out Batnessa. Shout out
Nice.
a legend
Good to-
within the community for sure.
Yo, I like
Right.
these people with the bat names. Like Batnessa and Batmantha is another one I came across recently.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, Bat
yeah.
Cato too.
Why didn't I decide? Yeah, Bat Cato.
Bat
why couldn't
Cato's
I be
here.
like Bat Mix or Dope or something. I don't know.
Batmantha actually
Is that
got
not
her
what the B
name from
stands for?
me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I called her Batmantha like the first time I had her on. And very fine condition. He yells at me for stealing like Cody from him and stuff.
He does,
And
yeah.
so next time, because he's been getting Batmantha on his channel, and so I need to somehow make a big screaming fuss about that.
It's like a turf
That-
war. Everybody's
Yeah, she needs to sign an exclusive with me. So I need to have that happen.
so BJ. I just find it interesting, like what people bring to cons. I didn't think to myself about bringing comics to magazine, but I think it's a pretty cool idea. I found myself when I went to San Diego Comic-Con, I was like, you know what? I've done the cons where I'm bringing, those black like folio things.
Mhm.
I find myself bringing like 2 or 3 of those every single time. Like, you know what? This time I'm just gonna bring a little like a sketchbook, and I'll just get them to sign that. And then I also, because I knew a lot of the Absolute creators were gonna be there. This is just something I
Cool.
had from Halloween. I just made it super quick and did a quick Halloween costume as a John Jones or whatever.
Mhm.
But I was like, you know what? I can get all the absolute creators to sign this.
Oh,
I
that's
got
cool.
Dragoda.
I like that.
We got Snyder. We got who we got? Dennis Camp.
Is that
We
Hayden
got
Sherman?
Hayden Sherman,
Yeah.
Jeff Lemire, Che Grayson. The one I'm trying to think. There was one absolute creator there that I wasn't able to get. But yeah, just something that
Might have been Pichette Show. That's who I see.
yes. I got him to sign. I didn't have this when I went to his booth or whatever, his signing. So that stinks. He signed my sketchbook, but yeah, you're right. The porn sack was there. So that would have been cool. But yeah, I don't know. Just something quick for all the absolute creators to do up, I guess. But yeah.
Well, and I bet they really appreciate somebody that brings them something interesting for them to sign like that.
Mhm.
That's
And
kind of what
always
I'm
is full of key issues, right? Like,
right. Like I'm you know, you guys saw all the posters on the ceiling. Like I've been kind of going towards other unique kind of things for people to sign instead of just lugging around a bunch of comics, I guess. Like I had one of those Vertigo promotional posters that you might have seen at your comic stores, like all the different Vertigo series coming back, like in that first wave. There was like a connecting cover. And so they had the poster that I got from my comic book store. And so all the Vertigo creators there too, I was able to get signed on that poster. So like the crew from Bleeding Heart, so Dennis Camp and then Stepan Morian, and then James Tynan the Fourth was able to sign it as well. So that's been something I'm working on, I guess, as well, like trying to get all the Vertigo creators to sign like this poster, just like group signing things has been kind of my latest. Idea,
well, I know a lot of people do this too, either taking the con program or the con poster that they get as a freebie or something like that, and just take that around. I mean, that's really simple, and it comes with the price of entry. So I always like when I see that, especially when the kids do it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, because like for me, it's almost like a chance. It's like an excuse to go up to talk to them, almost like having something to sign. Like it's almost weird if you just like, oh, I don't have anything for you to sign. I just want to like talk to you for like a couple seconds or whatever. So it's just like, you know, they're working on something while I'm have a chance to chat with them, and yeah. So
I know a few people that like bring sketchbooks, and they'll either like pay for a remark or like a full on like figure from different artists, and it's like, you know, you go to enough cons and they start to fill it up, and it's like that's a really cool thing. Like I should do that.
No, that's kind of what I got going on here. Maybe I can show some of the more unique ones. So this is Dustin Wynn, you know, doing a little Batman remark.
Oh, you've got like the notebook from Blue Cruise.
This one is from Albert Loves Comics. If another mutual.
Oh yeah,
he was nice. He just sent me like his first batch of notebooks that he was. Then he like went crazy with them. If you guys have caught his content, like he's been
who is Albert Loves Comics and what does he do?
Oh my God,
I'm not familiar with him.
Sorry to steal this, Kody.
He's an old school. He's
amazing. He's been on TikTok and Instagram for a minute, but he does a lot of different content now because he's like just in the stratosphere. But when I started following him, he would just make these notebooks. He cuts out like figures from like comic covers, and then he cuts out million word balloons and stuff, and he makes these really cool like notebooks, and he like presses them. I don't know if it's like a Cricut, I don't know what the machines are, but it's like a very like
makes them
handy like thing. He
documents the whole process, and
and you see the on reels. I'm kind of sad right now learning that he sent you one, because there's definitely one that I asked about, and he told me he owed me a favor. Because I helped get him into New York Comic Con 2 years ago.
There you go.
Like,
interesting, BJ. Yes.
And he hasn't sent you it yet?
He didn't send me anything.
This was like way back in the day. I think he was like one of the first like people that inspired me to like get heavier into making like TikToks and stuff like that. And I had him on the channel, like interviewed and stuff. And I think, I don't know. So yeah, he's like
a rapport. I see.
Exactly. A little bit. Yeah. Daniel Warren Johnson, Murder Falcon. Shout out. Shout out.
Nice.
Fun one. I'm trying to think of ones I got. Let's see. What's like a really good one?
Can we see the cover that Albert?
Yeah. So Chip Zdarsky, real quick. This was when he was in his Batman era, of course, you know.
Okay.
And then this is the notebook like front. So yeah, just like this is like one of his first batches, like one of his first. Like he doesn't do them like this anymore. He does them more like BJ described, where he cuts out the word balloons and like.
Okay.
It's more like it pops and stuff like that. But this was like his first, just like a page of Captain America that he kind of trimmed up and put into a notebook. So but
Cody's
yeah,
an
this has
OG,
been
is
a
what he's saying.
lifesaver because it fits into my like con satchel. So I just carry this around. If I ever run into anybody, I can just have them do
So
a quick,
it's pretty small. It's not like this super
Well, he does
huge. You can
different
carry
sizes. You
Casper
can, like, you
Wingard.
can commission them. You can buy different ones. Yeah.
from Albert.
Yeah.
Christian Ward, vampire.
Ooh,
This is the last one though. So yeah.
I want whoever knows Albert, tell him peace and love. But I mean, getting Albert into New York Comic Con, I think he owes you like a sketch pad.
It's interesting.
not-
He
We were
used
supposed
to,
to like get coffee or something. That was the arrangement. I was like, oh, yeah, let's meet. And then I never got a chance to meet because I was very busy.
New York
New York
Comic Con
Comic
probably
Con
just everybody splits
2024.
up and does their own thing. I think more recently maybe he's not doing as much content like heavily because I think he had a kid and stuff like that. I think that was kind of what had happened. So maybe
That'll do it.
that'll do it.
Okay, well, peace and love, Albert. Maybe a cup of coffee for BJ, or wait 10 years until your child's in elementary school, and then you can send BJ a sketchbook.
Are you saying his child is delayed? Because that's quite some time.
10
Well,
years, yeah, 10
okay,
for elementary.
4
is a
years.
little- yeah.
Yeah, that's almost middle school, right? Apologies. See, I'm apologizing to Albert a lot. I apologize.
I just put his Etsy shop in the chat.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you
There
did?
go. Yeah. So is there stuff still on there? I wonder just because I don't know if he's still.
Albert loves comics. Okay.
Yeah, he still got some for sale.
Oh, man, he does.
There you go. You can see his style. He's got all the word bubbles and
Can
those are some
you,
variant covers?
if you put it in the private chat, I can
yeah.
I can click on it and
Oh,
share
wow.
it.
That's a nice one. That's a cool one there.
I like that Storm one.
Because he takes facsimiles too, which I think is
Mhm.
really smart. So you don't have to
Oh,
bust
yeah.
up like an actual old iconic cover. So this one's the first Batgirl facsimile, cutting it up too. So
Here's the previously mentioned Batmantha. How are you doing, Batmantha? Good to have you here. Let's see. What was I going to do? Share
wait,
Albert's
Matt-
site.
can we highlight Matt H's comment if we haven't already? I think he's someone's in
Which-
jail. Is that Omnidog in jail? In the
Then
picture?
why is he so happy? What?
Yeah. Omnidog's locked up. He's he's a slammer.
I don't even want this to be remotely true. What is it? Did you go so far as to put stuff on the little slate there, or did you just pop my head
The
on?
slate, the slate might have some Omnidog related information. It's hard to
Is there
tell,
Omnidog lore on there?
but you look happy. You must have comics in the library. So
I don't even.
phone number on the slate.
that's a good. Oh man, can you get new single issues in jail? That would be.
Are
the
you
deal
actually
breaker for
asking me because I'm apparently a con, or is that
Like if you can't get absolute Batman in jail,
Somebody
I'll never do any crimes, guys.
you're asking somebody on Jail Talk?
somebody in the chat said he used to volunteer for a prison ministry, and they have collected editions in the prison library.
That's cool.
What time was that one?
I'm supposed to remember that? I don't know.
Again, time, Matt.
like
I
that.
promise you're one of this.
Same guy,
28.
that age at 526.
Oh, it's close.
526.
Yes.
Okay. I'll get right back to you, Batmantha. We'll tell you what we were talking about with you. Mostly your name, I think.
Tax evasion.
526. Well,
Yeah.
here it is. Oh, Matt. It's a volunteer for prison ministry for 8 years, and they had a library. It had everything from scripture, self-helps, GED, and some collected edition comics too. Okay, well, there's a foundation for your jail talk, BJ. Now you know.
Why is this being put on me? Why am I supposed to be the jail talk guy?
I don't know.
Because
I
you're the
forget.
one that knows. You're the one that knows the guy up in the big house. That
I don't even know
called
that guy.
Ex- I thought it was a friend of your wife's or something.
He was
See,
in
we have
jail
a-
long before I met my wife. I don't know. man.
Oh.
See, we play a game of telephone. It's just everything's gotten all. You mentioned
now
you
BJ
have an
has-
acquaintance in jail and becomes lifelong buddies. You
All
know?
right. Best friend.
Who's the basis for your jail talk stuff?
We got caught together. He took the charges, and I went free and lived a life of comics.
Nice of him.
Right.
Okay, so I was gonna share Albert in just a sec. Here's Bat Cato. Batmantha, we were talking about your fellow bats, Batnessa, and then there's Batmantha. Yeah, there we go. There's also there's another viewer of the show. She's the daughter of Noir Wolf, and I think her name's Batmanda.
Oh, that seems like beef. Like they got to fight.
What?
That's too close.
Batmanda and Batmantha? I don't want them to fight. No,
I mean, I don't need to see the fight. I'm just saying that they got to settle that.
Only
Yeah,
one Batman.
you're prepping somebody to go to jail talk, dude. Let's not.
They could fight like X of Swords fought.
Okay.
Just games.
Yeah.
Like one set of rules, and then when you realize that it's going on too long, we're gonna jump the shark and award points that don't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jump the shark. Good pull. There's Batmantha. She also has IG and TikTok.
Batman.
I see.
Every
It's
Spider-Man ever, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah,
This is Batmanda, and this is Batmantha.
See,
Yeah,
Batman,
I had
it's too many.
I had
close.
Batmantha on last week, and she was part of OmniDog history because we actually talked about the topic for the first 2.5 hours, almost 3.
Huh.
And we stayed on topic, and then we went off the rails, as Pity Ma says at the end. But yeah, that was a first for us to actually stay on topic. Oh,
Have we
yeah.
even gotten to announcing what our topic is today? Like, what are we supposed to be doing?
No, we haven't
Prison.
started.
Talking
This
about
is what I
prison.
expected, though. I knew we were just chilling. I just wanted to hang with some
Hanging out,
new
playing
friends,
Nintendo. You know how it is.
hanging out with Jez, hanging out with chat. You know, I knew what I was in for.
Yay. Good. Cody knows. The thumbnail and the title was, hot singles. So it generally at some point, it could be now or, when we're done talking about Albert, who I haven't shown yet. Just what singles that not only are you pulling, that you can be pulling and you really dig, or something could be as hot as Absolute Batman, which is on like its 12th, 13th printing of the first book.
With no floor on the sense of speculation on that has been achieved.
I think to start for this week, I'm actually very curious, and not to steal BJ's entire video. Like, you guys should all go watch that. I got it queued up after we're done streaming. I can't wait to check it out. But I would love to hear about your experience going out and trying to get this single issue, this very special static returning. And I'm interested to hear kind of how that whole thing went. But like I said, you guys should definitely check out BJ's video, not to kind of step on the whole thing. I'm just so curious to hear how it went.
Yeah, no, I mean, New Titans 38 came out this week, and it was hotly anticipated because it's Static joining the Titans. I don't think I've said this publicly. I was not a huge fan of that issue, but the other part of it was
I wouldn't say you're wrong with that assessment.
I was frustrated, but whatever. We got a new Static series that's coming out soon. I'll just put all my hopes in that. But anyway, there's also this group that started called the Ink Alliance, and it's a coalition of Black-owned direct market retail shops, of which they make up less than 1% of the direct market. So it's believed there's about 2,000 stores with an active Lunar or Penguin account right now. So 20 or less of those are owned by Black people. And so a year ago, Mike, who was the owner of Blurred's Underground in in Chicago, the Chicago area, and then Phil, DJ Young Venom, who is the owner of Offbeat in Jackson, Mississippi. They decided like, hey, let's figure out like who the other Black retailers are and like start a group. So they started a group chat, and that became the Ink Alliance. And so with the Ink Alliance, Sanford Green reached out to them because he had drawn this cover for New Titans. And he was basically like, yo, I don't want to just give this to DC as an open order thing. Like, I want this to be exclusive to Black shops. Mm-hmm. And so he calls up Mike from Blurred's Underground, and Mike's like, well, funny enough, we're actually working on something. Because I'm getting way in the weeds. Retailer exclusives are not just a thing that like people get selected for. It's like they're basically commissioned. So the store pays the artist. It has to get cleared through DC. So they pay the artist to draw the cover, and then they pay for the print run of the book. So, and generally you have to order at least 1,000 copies of that book for DC Marvel to agree to even do it. So when you see those stores and they're like, hey, we got our exclusive for XYZ issue, and we got a trade dressless version and so on, it's like they're paying big money up front for that book to exist. And that's why the prices get crazy. Well, that and gouging. But because of the minimum quantity you have to order, a lot of the smaller shops don't ever have a chance at an exclusive. And so this group came together and was like, well, we'll pool resources and pay for a print run all together. And so they split it among all 10. It was 10 stores that ended up joining at first. And so they had this whole event. So for New Titans release day, this cover came out, but you could only get it in person at one of the Ink Alliance shops.
Which is which is an awesome cover.
Yeah, Sanford Green really brought it there. Yeah.
Yeah, like his Static is DJing. Cyborg's got the speakers behind them, like, and it's dope because Cyborg is the leader of the New Titans right now, and Static is the newest member. So it's really cool. I mean, like, there's good stuff happening in the book. I just did not like Static's voice in the issue, but
that's fair.
Who wrote the issue?
Tate Bromble.
Oh, Tate Bromble. Okay.
But yeah. So you could only get it in store at one of these Black-owned shops that was carrying it, and it's in store only for the first 4 days. Today is day 4. If there are any remaining in stock after the close of business tonight, they'll put them online for people to order. And it's only a $30 cover. It's not bad at all. So I got up Wednesday morning and drove, because there's 2 Ink Alliance shops in North Carolina, and they're about 30 minutes away from each other. So I got up and drove to Greensboro. So I went to Acme Comics in Greensboro, and then I went to Eastgate Comics in High Point, and I vlogged about the experience. I ended up getting 2 copies, one of which I'm going to go get signed at Heroes, most likely. I think Sanford's going to be in Baltimore, so I might get it signed at Baltimore. The other I'll keep raw, and I'll probably have on display in here. But yeah, so it was really cool. Like, I don't want to just repeat everything I said in the vlog, but it was really fun, like, going to the shops, kind of the scavenger hunt or treasure hunt nature of it. Like, I felt like Nick Cage for a second. But then also just seeing so many people out, and
people drove far. I've seen people's TikToks about their experiences as well. Like, some people are driving hours and hours to.
How far did you drive, BJ, for both of them?
The closest shop was only 2 hours from me, and then the other one was
still,
away from that one. But I was in line in front of a guy that came from Maryland. Like, they had driven 6 hours to get there at 9 a.m.
No, that's crazy. That's awesome. Yeah,
to just get it.
Yeah, and I've heard of people driving like as far as 8 hours. I want to say is the longest I've heard. But so yeah, they've been coming through all week. I know several of the shops have sold out of their issues, but I know a few still have some in stock. So I'm curious to see, like, if anything makes it online. There was one copy that ended up on eBay last night for $130, and somebody snatched it up real quick.
Oh,
but for the most part, nobody's like, everybody that bought this book is trying to keep it. Nobody's scalping.
Yeah, that's what I would hope, right? With such a like the history behind this one, I think is kind of that extra
Yeah.
extra little piece to it. Like everybody kind of pooling their resources together. It's a great story, like just all told. So no, that's a really cool experience. So yeah, thanks for sharing. Definitely check out BJ's video. Definitely, I got it queued up right after. So
James has already posted the link or the address, so that's cool.
I wonder what the
That
next kind of, if they have anything planned.
There,
BJ, do you know?
there are other things in the works. I'm not at liberty to say. It's not even that I'm not at liberty to say. I don't know them, but I know that there are things in the works. So.
Totally.
That's a good way to cover up that you don't know, though. I'm not at liberty to say.
Yeah,
sounds very professional. Are you a lawyer?
It does. Yeah.
Your daytime job.
But if I'm not at liberty to say, then that implies that I know.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just not allowed.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
okay. All right, you have more ethics than I do. That's cool.
Listen, man, he's like a Daredevil. He's like Matt Murdock up in here, guys. Semantics. So that's cool.
Okay, let me just show some of the comments. It's a great cover. Yeah, I have these three. Nessa mentioned this too. I have these three Batgirls trades that Tate Brombo has done, and I'm not familiar with their writing. So
Tate Brombo's killing it, in my opinion, over at DC. I think it's like the behind the scenes story for those that don't know, from my understanding, is that Tate Brombo is kind of an understudy of James Tynion, right? So it's kind of like James sees something in Tate, and it's kind of like, okay, let's get Tate some cool opportunities, and you're seeing Tate really kind of flourish and blossom underneath the DC kind of banner. So Green Lantern,
what Scott did for James.
Exactly, right. So you can kind of see like the legacy, kind of the lineage is pretty cool. But yeah, so Tate Brombo's been killing it on Batgirl. I think that maybe like the first arc is probably its highest point still. But the latest 3 issues, like the latest little arc they did, I thought it was really cool. Batgirl coming back to Gotham. And I thought that, yeah, Tate Brombo's killing it on Batgirl. And then I think, BJ, sounds like there's some, maybe some things about this latest issue that we weren't big fans of. But I think just in general, the new Titans under Tate Brombo has been a lot of fun. I think that it's, exploring kind of cyborg psychology. It seems like we're going to get some bits of Yara Flor, which is a character that I've been wanting to see get some shine for like so long. Like over in, we thought that Yara Flor was going to be like the next big thing or whatever. And then, so it's really cool seeing Tate Brombo being able to, explore some of these characters that have been sort of underutilized the last couple of years in coming together with this new team for the new Teen Titans or New Titans. And I think Static, it makes sense to me, kind of, maybe a pit stop into getting your own, like joining the team for a little bit. I think that makes a lot of sense, but how it was handled in this issue, maybe not the biggest fan of, kind of like BJ was alluding to a little bit, but
it just came off to me just kind of hokey. Like they had a lot of opportunities there, and it just said like, do we have to do the infighting right now? It's not.
Yeah,
I expect better out of them. I was thinking that. I read it this morning, and I kind of similar to BJ. It wasn't what I was hoping for.
How many issues has Tate Brombo written at this point?
Maybe this is the 6th, or maybe this is there's been an arc, like a decent arc with Cyborg.
So it's not been collected.
This is the 2nd.
Not yet.
Okay.
We might have talked about it yesterday, Jess, on our stream. I cannot remember. It might have been just solicited, the first volume, I think. I can't remember.
Oh, okay. And maybe that's where, because I do remember you're saying yesterday that you really liked, you did say Tate Brombo was killing it. Yeah. And that's what made me think, okay, good. So those Batgirls are probably really good.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's not, my issues with this issue are separate from my thoughts on the book. I think the book is like, it's fun. I guess not my favorite. I think just with any ensemble, I think your level of investment is going to really just be like how many of your favorite characters are in it. Yeah. I don't really feel attached to most of the characters in the New Titans. And so it's kind of like up and down. Like I like the Cyborg arc because I like Cyborg. There's a new character. It's like I don't know what I would call her, like an AI who's like joining the team. Like we're in an era where there's a bunch of new people joining the Titans, and it's like it's just kind of wonky. And Static felt kind of thrown in with that. And it also felt like, if you go back and watch the pull list I did Tuesday, what I was excited to see was like, okay, well, what does an older Static look like? Because if you read the Dakota incident, the result of that was that Static was basically like aged up. So where he's always been portrayed as a high school kid, he's like college aged now. And so it felt like when he shows up on screen or on the page, he's acting like a high school kid. And that just felt odd.
Yeah.
You know?
Gotcha.
But the concept of like trying to bring a new person into a team, telling this new person like, hey man, like you're gonna love it at my job, man. Like I work at the best place ever. And then you get to the job and it's like everybody hates each other and there's like weird stuff.
Right.
I know. Yeah.
No,
That's,
it's
yeah.
fun
It's like,
setup, yeah.
it's like, I'm going to join. Maybe. I don't know about this.
Right, because it's John Kent, another character that's, you know, kind of been on the, like, in a weird place over the last couple of years at DC. Like, what are we gonna do with John Kent? So John Kent is also one of these new Titan members, and so John Kent's explaining this to Static. Yeah, it's gonna be so sick. Like, we're all like a family. But then obviously, right when Static gets there, like BJ's saying, things kind of explode. You get those kind of streaks of the Teen Titans soap opera-ness that we kind of expect in the series, kind of shown through a little bit. So gave Static a little hesitation maybe in joining the team. So it's still to be seen. Like maybe in the next issue, Static's like, I'm out. I'm doing my own ongoing. See you guys later. I'm not actually going to the New Titans. So yeah.
I like that cover though. I had trouble making it out at first, but then once you were describing it, that he was scratching and there were speakers all around and stuff, that looked really cool to me.
Yeah, there's only 1,000 copies of that book, that cover. So
that's cool. Yeah.
Okay, so are you actually trying to FOMO me because it's working?
Oh, I mean, that's the point of any retailer exclusive, isn't it?
Yeah.
The FOMO, yeah. FOMO.
Where are you located, Jess?
I'm in Alexandria, Virginia. So I'm like an hour from Baltimore. I'm also, my LCS is Third Eye Comics in Annapolis.
That's probably a sick look LCS to have.
I've been going there since 2008 when they were a tiny store in a kind of a dingy little parking lot collection of stores.
Oh, so you've seen them like really evolve over the years.
Yeah, I really have.
Right?
Sorry?
Like now they like bought a former Walmart. Is that the case?
Like they're big enough to have that space or something?
I don't know that it's the location now that they opened, what they consider their flagship store in Annapolis. It's not Walmart big, but it's substantial. It is to think that they were in that. Their next door neighbors were like in the parking lot mall were like a coin collector on one side and then gun repairs or something on the other side.
One room, like shops almost, like just.
It sounds like the strip mall that you would normally find like a Papa John's in or something.
Yeah.
Like a front room and like that's it. A front room and a back room.
The old Kmart.
Yeah,
Kmart
and then
big even for the size I'm thinking.
Of
a strip mall.
The current one
for like a strip mall size, maybe.
Oh, yeah. Well, if I'm thinking about a strip mall size, they've actually got almost the entire block now, because the really big in Annapolis, the really big comic book store is right next to the substantial for what I consider a board gaming store. They've got Third Eye Games, and I thought it was going to be video games, but it's almost all board games. And then next to that is Third Eye Music, which is all vinyl and other music formats. And I've dropped Dosh at music and comics. I'm not a board gamer. I mean, I could be, but that's not. There's nobody else my age group around here, or any age group that I know that does board games. So I don't know how I got off on that. I'm trying to talk about how big the whole thing is, an entire block. And for free comic book day, they get, and I'm not exaggerating, over 8,000 people that show up. The police have to close off the road and direct traffic. There's so many people. So I'm thinking it's the size of a very large, like really large kind of Whole Foods or a Safeway or something that, yeah, it's got a lot of stuff in it. But when I first went there, there was, it had a lot of graphic novels and omnis and stuff, which not omnis, but a lot of different graphic novels. So that was 2008. I feel like they moved into their second spot, which was in like a legit strip mall with, like a grocery store, donut place, donuts, of course, I noticed that. Ice cream, that's why I went there. So it was, and then they moved from that one to this just enormous one. And he's got, the owner, Steve, he's got at least 5 other stores in Maryland, primarily Maryland, but I think he's got a couple around the Richmond, Virginia area. And I used to be able to walk in there and talk to him all the time. I actually traded some of my old punk rock collectibles to him for comics, but I don't see him anymore. He's always on the road. Managing those other stores.
Man,
so,
even to have like a second location is just crazy in 2026. I think that's just a testament to a very successful shop. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he's really good. We'll see you later, Batmantha. Thanks for tuning in. He really knows business. That's the only other thing he does, Steve, besides reading comics, is reading business books, he said. And you can tell.
There you go. I got you.
I feel he's got 2 in Virginia and 2 more in Maryland besides the Annapolis one. At least 2 more. Maybe 3. So he could be up to 6. I don't know, but it's very impressive how quickly everything's grown. I can't believe it's been almost 20 years. But yeah,
cool. That's cool. We're talking about it just in the chat a little bit. I think a lot of people have heard my story or whatever, but my LCS is consolidating down to 1 location. That was like a month ago. So it was kind of tough to find the new LCS and get that whole set up. But yeah, the new shop, it's going well. I've been doing some social media for the new shop a little bit, and we got some deals going, so it's been a better experience, I would say, just overall. But through it all, like kind of documenting the experience of my LCS closing down, like what do you do as a comic fan, kind of going through like the next steps. A lot of people were sharing their stories, and then like you have someone in the chat, Far Sender, like my shop closed down 10 years ago. Like everyone writing in with their experience of shops closing down, and I haven't had an LCS in oh so long, or my nearest one is an hour and a half or more. Or people live overseas and they don't even have the opportunity to even get single issues, for example, and stuff like that. So I don't know. There's all sorts of different flavors of collectors out there. I think just everybody's different experiences. But then you have Third Eye Comics. Now they have multiple locations, and it's very interesting, kind of the different the spectrum, like within the comic book hobby, I guess, of all the success and then like some of the failures, I guess.
Yeah, I've tried finding stores closer to me. I don't even know if they're, the one thing about Third Eye is that the second you walk in there, several of the people that work there are greeting you.
Totally.
If they know your name, they greet you by name. If they don't, they welcome to Third Eye. How are you doing today? Always take it. Keeping their eye on you to see if they can pick up on if you need any help, or they'll come over if you're there for more than a couple minutes. Always checking on you if you need help, and so super friendly and they have the stock, they have the inventory, because I've been into like Vienna, Virginia is about 45 minutes away, and like I'm an hour away from Baltimore, but I've been to some Baltimore LCSs and they're okay, but the Vienna one I don't remember who it was, what the retailer was, but I would walk in there and it'd be typical what you kind of picture an LCS cliche being, where the guy didn't even look up from the comic he was reading at where the cash register was. And he could not have been less interested in helping me.
Yeah,
and
that's the worst. The comic book buying experience is so important, especially as someone who has a pull list, and you're a comic book store and you want people to have pull lists and you want them to come every single week to be picking up their pulls. Like, being personable and like having that great service is a part of it. I think it's so important. I kind of had something similar, Jess, where the store that's within the city, maybe it's 30 minutes instead of like 45-ish, like it's technically closer. I go there from time to time, but I get exactly what you're saying, where I walk in, it's just like check in, check out kind of thing, right? Like I just go in, get my stuff, and there's no conversation. Like that's something that it's really important. I think people you don't notice it until it's gone, I guess. Like that, that relationship that you build over the years and years and years. You're talking about going somewhere ever since 2008, or potentially even longer for some people out there in the community. It's like you see them every week. You're interacting with these people, so it's, I don't know, they become your friends, right? So it's
it's especially when you're a newcomer too. I mean, we always get these questions in all of our respective chats. It's just like where do I start and things like that. Well, in order to really get that full experience, that's the first welcoming. Hopefully, you have an LCS to go to, but to make someone feel welcome, make them want to come back, even if it's just to buy a single issue to just try something out. It's like anything. If you don't feel welcome, that's that kind of one less person in before they even got a chance.
Totally. Yeah, man. I the shop I go to, it's technically the only shop I've ever gone to on a regular basis. I went to a free comic book day event back in 2019, and they had just started like experimenting with live sales. So I kind of stayed on their Facebook and socials and stuff, and I bought a few trades live, and then one time they did a giveaway. Actually, no, it was the first time that I did one of their live streams. They did a giveaway, and I happened to win the giveaway because I shared the live. And what I won was a copy of House of X #1. And so when I go to pick it up, they're like, "Oh, do you want to subscribe?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure." Because I bought, it was a 1 in 25 ratio variant. I thought that meant there were only 25 copies in the world, so it was like this rare, priceless thing. And so I was like, okay, well, I got to go and buy a different cover so I can actually read it. And so I bought it. They're like, "Oh, you want to subscribe?" And so I did. But like the staff at that shop, I mean, the store is, that store has since like merged with another store. And then the people they merged with just kind of took it over completely. And now it's independent because it was a part of like a network of, at the time, 3 stores. And the one thing that was cool about it being a network of 3 stores is like you had a chance at all the different ratios because they would just order big and split them among all 3 stores. So you had a chance at some of those exclusives. They would do retailer exclusives and stuff like that. But I realized like the staff at the other stores in the chain were not nearly as friendly and helpful as the ones at the location I was going to. And that really ended up making all the difference. Like I loved that staff so much that I kept coming back, and I would go to the shop. I'd go on off days. Like, I picked up my box on Wednesday, but it's Thursday and I just wanted to hang out, have some free time.
I want to hang out.
Yeah.
100%.
And so, but with the sort of the change in ownership, now, we're like best friends. So we hang out outside of the shop. We'll go every time there's like a movie, we'll go to the movies. We do dinner. His wife or his wife and his girl.
That's cool.
My wife are friends. So it's like, but it's that sort of investment. It's like you see somebody every week for years of your life. It's like you're either married to them or you guys are both kind of crazy. And so
No,
maybe
but like
both.
for real,
maybe
like
both.
what other kind of relationship do you have like out there? You know what I mean? Like I get a haircut every now and then, but it's not as often as I go into the LCS. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like that's like Steve's my guy now. Like you know what I mean? Like
yeah,
like Steve, the owner of my new shop, that's my guy right there. So yeah.
exactly. So it's like, I mean, last year when we were at the GalaxyCon, we Dan and I hosted a panel together because every time I go to the shop, he's the one telling me like he's got this encyclopedic knowledge. Like he loves, Emma Frost and all the X-Men, but really everything. You say any word to him, he's like, oh yeah, well in this issue she did this thing and that thing, and I wish that this writer didn't mistreat her like that. And so we did a thing where we kind of tag teamed. It was like, if you like anime, or if you're here because of the wrestling, or you're here because of the voice acting and cartoons, like here's some books that you should check out. So I had my picks and he had his picks, and we did that together. It's just fun. Like I think like the environment that you foster in your store is important, because I've also been to shops where it's the guy that never leaves the counter, and it's just like, he's looking up at you like a librarian until you check out.
It's like comic book guy and Simpsons.
Yeah.
Totally. Yep.
Yeah.
Belgian Ellen, don't take that librarian comment too serious. He wasn't referring to you. She's the librarian in the chat. So
I love librarians. I love when librarians like actually read and like can recommend stuff, and like they're like, oh yeah, this thing out, and I guess I'm really mean like the librarian in the movie who's just sitting engrossed in a book and never looks up and engages with people.
There you go. Yeah. No, it's interesting too, because it's like on top of the personality and like the kind of relationship that you build with a shop, like this new shop, right, with Steve. I just found him to be like, he's just like a younger dude. Like he's just more hip with it and stuff like that. So like he's got his shop hooked in with League of Comic Geeks. And I don't know if your guys' shop's that way. It's a game changer. I mean, just being able to subscribe to something on the app that I use every single day as a single issue comic collector anyways. So Steve's like hooked in like that. I would say like Steve's, he's like more rotating sales, and he's like, hey, you know what, today is, or like this weekend is buy one get one back issue day. It's like, oh, okay, Steve, like that's awesome. I would find that the other store, it really is just, it would just be my pull list place, and I probably wouldn't have that rapport with the shop, and they don't have League of Comic Geeks, and they hardly ever do sales, right? So it's kind of just, it's like all these little things kind of added up, and it's like, yeah, I'll drive the extra, sometimes 20 minutes to go see Steve versus this other shop, because it's just it's better just all around. But are you guys hooked into like League of Comic Geeks like at your shop, BJ?
My shop uses Comic Hub.
Comic Hub. Okay, I got you.
So, I mean, but I get an app. I'm actually looking. You said Comic Geeks, and I was like, oh snap! Did I do my FOCs yet? But I did. So I'm scrolling here now, making sure there's no last minute ads I want to put on the poll. But yeah, so
there's more than one library in the chats. Pardon me, BJ.
Nice.
Right on.
So we pulled using League of Comic Geeks. Actually, no, using League of Comic Geeks would hurt me, because I use it to make the pull list video, and I add a bunch of stuff to my pull that I'm not actually reading, so that I see it on the screen when I'm taking my notes.
I know what you mean, BJ. Yeah. Like there's that, the comic collector, how I would use the app, but then as a content creator using the app, League of Comic Geeks, like some of the functions and features kind of get in the way.
Yeah.
So yeah, try to mix up like those live. I almost want like two different League of Comic Geeks accounts. Like this is the content creator one, and this is the like actual pull list with Steve one. But
yeah, like they're doing y'all heard of this DC WIP work in progress books? They're doing one for Watchmen. Where they basically print it's like an artist edition floppy is what it is.
Yeah, but usually for I guess like probably one issue, maybe have some special features and stuff like that. And
for Watchmen, they're doing that.
They're doing issue one of Watchmen. I don't know if let's see it.
Okay. And is it oversized?
Anniversary. Jess is like the 40th, I believe. So I think that they're coming out with a bunch of variant covers of Watchmen as well. I saw that Dan Mora, I think, had one announced today. So then along with that, I think the work in progress. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the the original writers feeling about all this, but that's been decades old at this point.
Yeah, the two books that got me back into comics, because I left in probably when I was in high school around 1975, but then Dark Knight Returns came out, and then Watchmen came out, and those are the two books that got me back into comic collecting. And then the Vertigo titles started coming out, and that really kept me into collecting, like Sandman and Hellblazer, whatever else was early on. And I collected those, which is ridiculous at this point, because I wanted to read them too. How cool the covers were. Like Sandman and Hellblazer, and had like Dave McKean putting the covers together. And so I would now I get what covers I really like, but I already know the inside. I may have already read, so it doesn't matter. But back then I was pulling so that I could read the book, and that's how I was initially attracted to those Vertigo titles, was how cool the covers were. And I was kind of going, I hope this is as cool inside as the cover is. And fortunately, they were as cool.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not the biggest fan of Watchmen. I appreciate it, like, just for the craft of it. Like, the art is amazing, the story structure, like, all of it is really cool. I think I just disagree with the premise, and therefore, like, I just kind of the whole time I'm reading the book, I'm like, I hate this. but
Really? Okay.
I appreciate about it. Not the least of which is the fact that the cover for each issue is also the first panel of the story. Like, I'm like, that's just a cool thing. Like,
that is really cool.
I sent you guys the solicit text for that Watchmen WIP just because DC is being messy. Like, they are really going hard on like how good Dave Gibbons is without mentioning Alan Moore at all. But like clearly like by choice, but you know.
I'd have to, I don't know if this is the case, BJ, but correct me if I'm wrong. For some of these other work in progress releases, do they even have the word bubbles? Like, do they? Is straight an artist? So they might not even have like
that's a
text.
Good point.
You know what
That's
I mean? Like, there might be a. I forget how they are set up. Like, I think like I might have like the Supergirl One of Tomorrow one or something like that. I can't remember if it had word bubbles.
I haven't purchased any of them because I didn't have shelf space for something that oversized. So I don't know. That could be the case. They did one for Supergirl.
Yeah, how big are these works in progress type?
No, it's legit like a paperback artist edition. Like it's that size. It's like original art scans. And
okay. So it's
like, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Oversized trades like that, it's hard to shelve them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just something just very, very quick, because we're talking about like different formats of floppy comics. I just find it interesting. This past week, Sean Murphy's latest series, so the Last Driver came out.
Oh yeah, the landscape.
Yeah, so like you'd expect it. Oh, okay, it's gonna open like a regular comic. How wrong you are! It actually opens long ways, and I didn't understand like why this format was chosen at first. But when you turn this page, this is the first page like that shows the car. It's like, okay, I get what Sean Murphy's doing there. You have it long because cars are long, and you can fully kind of, do all the full detail that a series like this would kind of need. So it worked for me. Just like all these different, just an example of different people like messing with the comic book format itself, finding new inventive ways to kind of push the medium, I guess. So like The Last Driver, this came out this past week. So
yeah, that's the first time I've gotten a chance to, because I've been watching his interviews and his promotion of it. So that's the first time I got to see it. So I'm excited to read it.
Yeah, I didn't pick it up at San Diego Comic-Con. They had the ash can, so I didn't even know it was landscape like that. Like I had no idea. So that was definitely a surprise when Steve was like, "Yo, by the way, this one's you open it the other way." I'm like, "What? Huh?
Yeah.
Why?"
I knew it was landscape because he made a point to talk about how like the book is landscape, but the A covers like are in the regular spot.
Right.
But I didn't realize that the staples are at the top. Like so you
Right.
do open it.
Oh,
the way.
okay, that makes sense now.
I thought you flipped it up like a calendar.
Right. Yes, you're
Okay.
right. So like when they did the all the preview like arts and stuff like that, like it was all wide stuff, but I'm like, oh, is it just Sean Murphy? The first couple pages are like double page spreads or something like that. Like I thought it was still in the normal kind of format, but yeah, that was definitely an interesting surprise this Wednesday for sure.
Right.
One of the things that Third Eye has done, and I want to show a quick thing that Paul McGrew has shared. I think Paul's from this area. He said Third Eye was including the music and game stores up to 9 locations now. So I feel like that means 7 comic book stores and then those other 2. But they put on Awesome Con, which is in the Washington, D.C.
It's a pretty good con.
Yeah. Last year they had, they can have, I don't know, I haven't seen great creators and great entertainment at the guests at the same time. It's usually like last year, Ming Na was there. If you know who she is, Fenish Shand from Boba Fett, and she was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. She's been in a bunch of stuff, and she's one of my favorite.
She's the voice of Mulan.
Right. Yeah, that's the big thing. My favorite Disney movie. But then in the 2017, 2018, they had before he big enough so that I wanted to get their signature, but not as big as they are today. James Tiny Onion, Tom King, Matthew Rosenberg, and the big guests were Snyder and Capullo, and that was all one con. And then at the 2018 one, speaking of Sean Murphy, that's what made me think of it. If I only have this in trade. I didn't have the hardcover of it. And if you bought, this is the deluxe. If you bought the deluxe, Sean Murphy would throw in a this.
Oh yeah,
like
called.
It's I don't know what he called it.
I forgot the name of it. There's a name for that when they stick a little thing in there.
It's like a giant sticker that he draws on, and this is a pretty. Considering I just bought the book and he threw this in. MSRP's $40 on this, so to me it's just a free, amazing drawing with his signature and stuff. He was a very nice guy. He took pictures with me and stuff. You know, nowadays I don't think he's doing these anymore, and he may have stopped doing these a while ago. But this is one of my treasured possessions that he did this. But and then Snyder and Capullo had various times that they would show up. They'd show up for 2 hours, then take a break, and you'd have to queue up for them early. And then some people were complaining like, oh, these guys are acting like rock stars. And I'm just thinking to myself, well, okay, they are like rock stars in the industry. They'd be exhausted if they did it the whole time of the con. Because they are clearly the most well-known and popular creators, and it helped crowd control. So I don't have a problem at all. And the reason their line was so long is like it is with a lot of creators, especially like the Simonsons, because they took Snyder and Capullo took time to talk to everybody. They spent like 5 minutes with me, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're holding up the entire crowd and I kept trying to sort of pull away because I knew people were waiting,
Yeah.
but they were happy to talk to everybody in that line like it was,
Yeah.
as long as it was.
Best or worst at that, I guess, depending on your vantage point. But Chris will people are bringing omnis to sign and stuff like that, and he's like reading the book. Like,
This is Claremont?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that part.
Oh, sorry, because I did interrupt you. My bad. But Chris
No,
Claremont was saying
I was done.
like either the best or the worst at that, like depending on what your vantage point is, because he takes so much time with everyone. Like he's a delight. It's not fun to stand in the line, but it's like great when you get your 5 minutes. Like it's cool.
I totally get that. Paul's right about this. This is about Third Eye. A couple of years ago, the JLA Avengers trade came out. Lots of stores absolutely priced it above MSRP.
Oh, yeah.
Third Eye didn't. And Third Eye never does that. What they've done recently is they've recently started asking if it's like a 1 in 25 and those are priced at $25, they'll ask $25, but they used to not even ask that. It'd
Does
be
the
like
cover on that.
Or tops half of what the suggested MSRP was. I ended up with a couple of Adams Hughes ones that immediately jumped way up in price, that I got for significantly less than MSRP. But I mean, I would never sell them because I was happy to get them. So I would. That's not an area where I would speculate on something like that. I get it that people do, but this is nice of you, Razor Ramen. Thank you. There's a comic book. Are you making this up? Comic Book YouTube Hall of Fame?
No,
I feel
we're
like
actually nominated in the same category. So if they're voting for you, they're not voting for me, and vice versa.
Oh, sorry, BJ. I don't know. I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Oh yeah, they announced the nominations or the finalists last night. It's a fan voted type thing. So
are we both finalists? How many?
We are both finalists for the Comic Book Community Hall of Fame, which is an award that you're only eligible for if you've been on YouTube 5 years at least. So this is my first year of eligibility. I don't know how long you've been doing this.
This is my 9th year.
Nice. So I guess technically maybe you deserve it more than I do, but I mean, if you get more votes, then
I don't know. Is that a YouTube light you've got over there on your left side?
Is. That is
what is that?
YouTube
That's
light.
for a milestone you hit?
No. YouTube had this thing maybe a year or two ago where they were doing like these like creator reward type things. And so it was like one of the rewards, one month was that neon light. And it was like you could get that or like a Chick-fil-A gift card or something stupid. So
he chose wisely. He did
choose
wisely.
Yeah.
I do remember that now, and I didn't take it very seriously, and so I didn't even ask for the Chick-fil-A thing. I was like, YouTube, leave me alone. And then I see this, and I'm like, what the heck? Why did I pass that up?
Yeah, it's just
I was gonna say all the neon signs. That's like one of your things, Jess. Everybody knows you for the neon signs. So
yeah, I was gonna take you over to the other room an hour ago to show you the DC and Batman signs, and I've still got Albert teed up here from 45 minutes ago, but I'm not. I mean, this is the best part of the stream to me is when we get off on a tangent and their personal stories like we're hearing.
I was gonna throw this in there
fun.
because you mentioned just talking about Scott Snyder. So San Diego Comic-Con. So for those that don't know, okay, a little tip from Kody here. If you don't know anything about San Diego Comic-Con,
let me highlight you.
You can on Thursdays, okay, they do this thing called the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund, like fundraiser. It's like a silent auction or whatever. But that's actually the go-to place to be after Thursday at the con. You like pay. Oh crap! Can you guys still hear me?
We
Yeah,
can hear you.
we can hear
We
you.
went out of
I don't-
sync. Now we
I think
can't.
Is that your stream deck?
Oh, you know what it is? The camera died. The camera died. It's not plugged in. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Let me finish my Scott Snyder story really, really quick. So this
Yeah,
will
that's
turn
fine. That's fine.
He's back.
I mean, I've done this show with
I
a
can't
blank
hear you guys.
nobody in the chair here. Oh, you
Oh.
can't hear us?
Uh-oh.
Just move on. Just move on.
No, tell us about Scott.
yeah,
Oh, you can't hear us. Okay.
We can hear
I
you.
gotta fix something. I gotta.
We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Yeah,
I can't.
you
It's
can.
not
okay.
you guys though.
Okay. Okay. Safar, thank you. Been collecting every DC all-in issue release so far. Up to date on reading only with Nightwing and Batman Run with space constraints. What titles would you guys suggest? Oh, maybe dropped for now. Okay, I have been collecting all the all-in trades and hardcovers. So that's actually a pretty good point. I've got everything they've put out, no singles.
It's easier to
speak
say
of.
what not to drop, I guess, than what to drop. 'Cause I don't know your taste. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what your
Okay.
or what not to drop. I would say like for me, the Firestorm series from Jeff Lemire. I don't know if anybody else is reading that. I
I've
don't think it's
heard
in
about
trade
this
yet.
one. Yeah.
Man, it is the highlight at a DC next level. I think Jeff Lemire, even though it's a mini series, so people might be trade waiting it. I think it really is like I've not read a Firestorm series, right? But I think he's doing some really cool things with the Firestorm mythology and kind of messing with Firestorm's lore just a little bit in ways that I feel like fans of Firestorm would really appreciate. Well, then you get that Rafael De La Torre artwork. It might be like the DC artwork like on stands right now, like my favorite example of it. It's just like so clean. He has his moments where he jumps back to kind of a classic art style and then jumps back to more of a contemporary art style. So Rafael De La Torre giving us like multiple flavors all within the same book. So I think it's doing a lot of really impressive stuff in that Firestorm series. So don't sleep on that one. That's one that I would say like if you're not reading it, maybe consider adding it or maybe trade waiting that one for sure.
Okay.
I made the emotional decision to not even start Firestorm, really, just because I just assumed it was going to be the Black Firestorm, and it wasn't. But then, like everybody that I know that's reading this book is like, this book is amazing, so I'm trade waiting it.
Trade waiting, yeah, I get that for sure. Yeah.
Are we going Scott for Scott? Are we going Scott?
Let's go Scott for Scott. Let's go because I was gonna say so BJ. That's right because I didn't get to finish. I was gonna say he's so nice. He's so like generous with everybody's time. Like at this event where it's all these comic creators kind of hanging out, and you as a member of the general public can go to this event and you're shoulder to shoulder next to Scott Snyder. I met him at the open bar drink line. You know what I mean? And we're just chatting it up, and I'm telling him like, Scott, I love covering the Absolute Universe. Like I do Absolute Universe news on my channel. I'm having so much fun with it. So yeah, just like these real face-to-face moments you can have outside of the con too. So if you guys want that tip, it's the Comic Book Legal Defense Fund is a lot of fun. And I'll also throw this in there at the Eisners too. You can go to the Eisners as the general public. So they have a sectioned off area in the back. So you can go and win, watch some of these, comic book creators like win the awards for the year. It's really cool. And then after the Eisners, there's like a bar like to the right, like just off to the side. And so everybody kind of flocks over there and you got kind of like an after party after the Eisners. So you're able to interact with comic creators there as well. So San Diego Comic-Con was a lot of fun, I guess is what I would say. But these are opportunities outside of the con to hang out with some of our favorite comic creators is great stuff.
Yeah, man. When I saw Scott, well, I had met him earlier in the day. Chris actually had bought us like tickets to stand in the line, or I maybe claimed to, I don't know how that worked, but that's literally the first thing I did at the con was like stand in line for Scott Snyder. And we had chat a couple of, like we had exchanged DMs a couple of times. And so I was expecting that we would meet, but I didn't know like what circumstance was going to be. So I just kind of went through the line. I brought my book to get signed. I brought the fan home that they used to have the Eagle Moss collection, those Partworks books with the
oh yeah.
Line. So I brought my Court of Owls from that collection, and he signed it, but he also did like a little sketch at no extra charge. And I was like, oh, that was cool. But then later that night, I ended up seeing him out at an event, and he was like, and that's where we took the picture. He's like, hey, sorry, I didn't realize that was you earlier, but I'm glad we could catch up here. Like, and so It's like, that's funny. Because I didn't think he knew who I was, but I wasn't expecting him to either. But it was just
Totally.
cool.
Oh yeah. What's up, Chris?
I was gonna say, if we're all exchanging, the very first time I met Scott Snyder was actually when he had just gotten out of DC and started doing Nocterra. There was a Kickstarter for kind of the artist edition of kind of the first issue at that point, and then they decided, like, kind of a last minute, all right, if you've been in here at that point, we're going to do a drawing for a chat with Scott, that you can win. And I'm one of these people like, I don't win this stuff, and I actually won. And so this was actually first time I ever met Scott Snyder over on when StreamYard was at the beginning, and got some interesting tidbits of what was coming that was.
Hey, Jess, cool. What did you lie to Batnessa about?
It must be Lisa Frankenstein. All right, just a sec. So sorry. Let's see. If I don't even have the same speed. Okay. Did she actually say lied, or that I just ignored it?
She said that you broke a promise.
Like, I watched Jennifer's Body, which was awesome, and she recommended that like 2 weeks ago. But ever since upper management got back into town from San Diego, I haven't been able to watch Lisa Frankenstein, which was her other suggestion from a year ago. So, Batnessa, peace and love. I will try to get to it whenever I get the chance. This is the middle of 6 days of Omnidog, which started Thursday and ends Tuesday. So once that's over, sorry,
who starts a week on Thursday? Like, what are we doing here?
First of all, I didn't plan this. James told me about this.
His week revolves around New Comic Book Day, BJ. So every Wednesday is the end of his week, and then Thursday starts the week. I actually kind of like that system. I think that might be
good. Thank you.
I didn't our like 52-week calendar to match New Comic Book Days or whatever.
You should. And I didn't say I was starting my week that way. That was just, it's 6 days of Omnidog. And I was like, what? I don't have anything. This was Thursday day on Very Fine Condition. And no, Thursday night, I don't know. It was Thursday. And James said, this is 6 days of Omnidog, the beginning of. I'm like, what? I don't have anything Friday. What are we talking about? No, it wasn't Very Fine Condition. It was Omni Bros Thursday night. And that's when James told me that I actually did have Very Fine Condition on Friday.
That's right. DC Soul. Yes.
Right.
Is 6 days of Omnidog, is that better than Shark Week?
That's like the comic version of Shark Week or whatever.
That's a good question. I didn't plan it that way. It just happened. So it would depend on the viewer, I would guess. If somebody likes Shark Week better, I can't blame them. Shark Week is pretty awesome. So, but whoever's watching now, peace and love.
Shark Week. Not enough tangents. They stay on topic.
What do you prefer, Omnidog or Shark Week?
Yeah, I should start a poll. I can start a poll.
When I was in college, this sounds so cringy now that I'm like thinking back on it. But for my birthday, I would do something called Kicks Week. And I would celebrate my birthday all week. And it would be like, there was one day because my birthday is like the week after Martin Luther King Day usually. And so it would start on Martin Luther King Day. We would go and do some kind of community service type thing. One night we would go to the movies or skating. But I would do an event every night. And just be like, hey, come join me at this thing. And I just thought it was a cool way to hang out with different friends that you might have met from different circumstances, where there's an on-campus organization or classmates. Maybe we're doing a Spanish study night or whatever. But now thinking back, I'm just like, that is so cringeworthy to name a week after yourself. And actually,
right, you probably should have named it something slightly not,
I mean, it was my birthday.
Right.
How did you promote? How did you let people know that it was BJ Week?
Oh no, it was
Kicks Week.
It was Kicks Week, but no, I would legit. It was a hashtag Kicks Week, And I was a graphic designer in college, so I would like design a flyer and make that my Facebook profile picture. Like it was a whole thing.
Okay. I was thinking this was before.
Yeah, this is like mid 2010s, or no, early
okay,
2010s.
so-
I graduated in 2012. So,
Okay. Now I understand. I don't understand a lot of. I don't understand. I don't understand the internet in general, just as a concept of things that people are doing. I get what we're doing.
You're not alone, Jess. Most of us really don't understand it at that point. We're just here.
Thank you for saying that. I do not keep saying this week. Now I'm saying when I can
how
get.
do you do that? Mine didn't make
Well,
it.
That was Jess's mutant power. Actually, is spawning
He's
stars.
art guy.
Yeah, you have to
Art
have
man.
I think it's a Mac that does this. Wait, no, that thing.
I have
I
a
can
Mac.
do this
Can I
thing.
do that? Let me see.
I have
Yeah.
a Mac.
I do too.
Mac.
Do you,
Mac
don't know.
on.
I don't
Go.
I don't think I did anything. Of course, that's the other thing is technology is a challenge, and I don't know how this
Yeah.
works that I actually did it. But
Oh, you know what? I can do it. I can do it like this.
Is it like a
Yes,
flip?
I have the power.
okay,
Whoa.
yours didn't come out of the little hearts.
Whoa.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
How did you
Oh.
enable that? You have to go on a laptop to do this?
How did you get it to work,
I've taken
Cody?
control. I don't know. There's like a box above in the top right where you can do. I can do all.
Yeah, there
this
you
kind
go.
of- This is good to know for like whenever I'm on very fine condition. I can just totally distract everybody with laser shows.
What I thought was great about yesterday's stream on Very Fine was that Dom referred to it as very fine condition, and Omar got really upset.
He lets it
Wait a
slip.
minute, you're
in
under
text with
contract.
me.
You can't refer to it.
Yeah, in text with me, Dom's always saying very fine condition, but he lets it slip on stream, and Omar caught it this time. So
He did.
That was great. I haven't
That
been
was
on
funny.
stream in a while. I gotta get back.
no, Omar's a blast. I always love appearing on Omar's stuff.
Omar just streams for like 19 hours, and I'm always like, and it's always at like 2 p.m. Eastern or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have a
Yeah,
job.
Omar always wants to. I'm like, Omar, I got a day job. Omar, I can't hop on every single.
Same here. It's either got to be like either 6 o'clock and then we're 4 hours later. It's like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, they can go for a while.
Mhm.
One thing I was on, I think, on Very Fine, I think it was last week on the DC catalog, Omar had Tessa on. And
Tessa is a nerd.
Yeah. And she
Love
owns
Tessa is a nerd. That's actually who gave me my ticket for San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh,
Oh, is that right?
Maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know if
Oh, no,
that's
it's
like
fine.
allowed or whatever.
It
but
already
that's how I
happened.
got my ticket was through Tessa. So yeah.
That's great. But I meant to say she's opening up a second comic book store. So
That's right.
she was not only really knowledgeable, but she has business instincts, and that's what she does for a job. And I was wondering when BJ was talking about the Ink Alliance, how many women owners there are of comic book stores. Maybe Tessa knows that.
That's
But
a good question. My shop is co-owned by a woman. I do know that.
I was gonna say
That
like
counts.
usually I would say just in my experience, like it tends to be like my shop down in Rhode Island was a couple, like a married couple owning the shop. So I feel like that might be common where it's an all-in thing with some of these couples to own the shop. It takes like a lot of investment, I guess. Tesla's great. Oh wait, that's a new profile picture. Now you're
it is,
Superman
yeah.
busting through the chains. That's pretty cool too. Matt's so
That's,
quick with it.
That's from
Matt did this
real
one
world chat.
last night, and Sean would hate that I brought it up. Sean for Comic Pal. He did like apparently Sean he got some steak juice, some natural juices on his Absolute Batman or something like that. And
First printing, yeah.
first
How
print.
did that happen? You did that to him?
No,
No.
I guess Sean was eating steak next to his Batman. His copy of Absolute Batman #1 is out of the
Good for
bag.
you.
and
Well,
poured
I
and
think he was. Yeah, I think he was reading it, and
didn't
some of
sloppy
the
with the
juice
steak
from his
and
it's leaked over onto his first printing, which at the
Ooh.
time he found out was worth like $300. but he like the next week he got one for $20, but I feel like that legend has lived on for, this has to be like the eighth or ninth month of it.
And Matt made a quick Photoshop yesterday during the stream of Sean there on the steak sauce bottle or whatever with the spill
with
the
absolute Pac-Man in the
so
background.
quick with it. Like as soon as we mentioned it, Matt like whipped up the Photoshops. I think it's so funny.
And
I jumped into Sean's stream earlier this morning because I just felt like they were all agreeing on this topic of whether or not Rob Liefeld was out of bounds for saying intellectual comics were boring. Spoilers, he was out of bounds, but
wait a minute, Liefeld out of bounds? No,
not Rob Liefeld. My bad, not Rob Liefeld. It was Robert Kirkman. But now I'm sure Rob Liefeld's gonna like block me, even because
Liefeld's got his own controversies.
Kind of like a badge of honor these days,
right? But yeah, Robert Kirkman apparently said something to the effect of like, these writer-driven comics are like boring or like overly intellectual, and when I hear intellectual, I hear boring. And so they're debating.
Sounds right for him,
right? But so they're debating like the topic, but it just felt like everybody had the same like voice or the same thought that was just like, yeah, Kirkman is dumb for saying this, and like I don't know that I even disagreed with that. But I just felt like it made for a better show. Somebody would argue the affirmative. So I called in to argue, but I was like,
you did call in? What did you call Sean?
I text Sean and was like, yo, send me the Zoom link real quick. So I'm
I got words. I got things to say.
Yeah.
You appeared on the show.
I appeared on the show, but I'm like, I'm on my phone and it's like the connection is terrible because I live in the sticks and I'm like on a Target run, dressed in my like suburban dad outfit with like the dad hat and the shades and stuff. And so Marco immediately memes my appearance and makes it a react in his Discord.
Here it is. This it? Yeah, here it is. Because Sean likes his steak well done, which is the reason why it's lasted so long.
Which is like, how is there even juice for there to come off of the steak?
So yes, you're right, BJ. Because we found out that Sean doesn't like A1 sauce, and that it was actually natural juices that he got on the comic, not A1 sauce. So we're like, but you do it well done, and he was like, yeah, of course I eat it well done. And we're like, dude, you're in the wrong here, man. I don't think anyone else is eating it well done like that. He's like, I would never do A1 sauce, but I do it well done. I was like,
it's basically the same thing at this point.
You're gonna need some kind of A1 sauce to get some flavor on the well doneness.
Do you like eating bricks?
Yeah.
And I like Jesus, Sean, dude.
Sean is like a child's palate, like a 4-year-old's palate. A friend of mine invited us out to like eat.
James, flip that and send it to Sean. Okay, sorry. What?
Oh no, he knows this. I've told him this several times. It does feel a little bit weird to like, antagonize Sean without Sean here.
Yeah,
I'm still worried with that. But no, somebody invited us out to eat at Heroes, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you want to try Indian? Oh, was it Indian? Oh, Ethiopian." He's like, "Nah, I don't eat that." The dude's like, "Have you ever had it?" He's like, "Nah." I'm like, all right, Sean. Like,
I can hear the Sean impression too. It's really good.
I love Ethiopian. I can never get it though because upper management has the taste buds of Sean practically. So pizza and pasta is like an exotic food for her.
Yeah, that's how you insult a 4-year-old. You tell them they have the taste buds of Sean.
I was known as a fussy eater as a kid. I would use things that would say that. No, I'm not doing that.
But I also heard something. I'm with you, BJ. Me and BJ are on the same wavelength, I think. But
you said a fussy eater. Is that what you said?
Yes, a fussy eater. Yes.
Gotcha.
You were, Chris?
I was as a kid, and my daughter's now is my payback for that. Because I would say things like, "Not eating that. Why? It came to me in a dream." Like garbanzo beans is one of my favorites. Where I said the first couple of letters of garbage are in there, so I'm not feeling that either.
That was you as a kid, or you now?
No, that was me as a kid. I've grown since college was more eye-opening experiences at that point. I was a steak and potatoes kid, and that was more just because my father was just like wasn't going to explore that. So like father, like son.
Mm.
I had a vegan stint back in like the late 2017 whenever that documentary came out, and chickpea chicken salad.
Oh yeah,
I'll eat that on a regular day. That stuff is the truth.
Also, Pity Ma wants to get Darcy on
Darcy
the
was
show.
great.
Darcy
I forgot what
was,
comic shop. Do you guys remember what shop
She
Darcy
worked-
owned?
she worked for Things from Another World, but I
That sounds
think
right.
she might not be there anymore.
Ooh.
I don't think Things
So I
from Another
think-
World is there anymore.
Oh,
This is a new thing that she was let go. I think I don't even. I've ordered from Things from Another World, but I don't. But it's been years, so I don't
Another
remember.
World or Another Planet, or is that two separate shops?
Forbidden Planet is a shop.
Oh, there's Forbidden Planet. I don't know.
Okay, maybe that's what I'm getting mixed up with. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but she was great. And then I will say that Omar does have a lot of good guests like that on that makes it easier for us to poach once he gets them on. And
The Omar
because I don't watch anybody else because I don't want to get anybody else's ideas, but I'll steal guests. Yeah. James, you can clip that and send it to him too.
All's fair in love and guests.
I feel that though, Jess, about not watching some content because you don't want to like steal their whole thing,
I don't want to be influenced
No,
either.
and so like BJ, being honest, BJ,
Mhm.
I know about your videos. I used to watch them like back in the day, dude. Big
Mhm.
fan. But I would say since I'm doing new comic book day reviews, right? I don't want to. I'm trying to swim in a different lane, but still
Yeah.
cover single issues. So it is like that weird thing. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, like Omar, I love like family. I don't watch Omar's channel because either he's going to influence me to buy a book I have no business buying, or I'm just gonna spend way too much time watching it when I should be like in my own video or doing something or like being a productive member of society, raising my kids and stuff.
Racing.
I like you call like being a productive member of society, raising your kids. I would use other words, but we'll go with it.
I mean, I feel like that's the bare minimum to be like a good member of society. Like raise your kid. Like don't make them be a jerk.
Right.
Don't make rude comments on YouTube and Twitter and all this stuff.
Yeah. Unless they're at Sean, like then do it. Feel free.
Yeah,
But
stop eating the
Sean,
dino
Comics
nuggies.
Pals chat or whatever. Light them up, kid.
yeah,
And I don't want to subconsciously get any ideas for videos or streams. I don't want to lift something. And you're right. I don't want to be influenced. I especially don't want to be influenced negatively. If somebody comes out with an opinion that they don't like the comic, that for me anyway, that sets me up to, at the very least, not necessarily not like it, but to be sort of aware of things that I normally wouldn't be aware of. I go in usually, I mean, all the time I go in with an open mind and I want to be happy. But if somebody doesn't like something, I don't like finding that out.
I know what you mean, Jess, because I think for me, like another reason, there's two, bigger reasons why I like the single issue format and like following monthly. It's like obviously with something like Absolute Batman, you're in the zeitgeist. I like kind of every single Wednesday when that drops, like being in that kind of discussion. And also I can read it first for my own opinion, and then you guys collected edition wise, you guys have to dodge the spoilers and like dodge your own opinions, get influenced or whatever. But I like covering the single issues because I'm there day one and I put my video, I said my piece, and then it's out there. I don't have to worry about maybe like some downstream being influenced kind of effects like you're talking about there. So I think that's a benefit of covering like the single issues versus maybe focusing on the collected editions. But
I do have to dodge. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, you're
go
good.
ahead, BJ.
All right. I know I like reading the single issues for some of the same reasons, but then also there's just kind of I like the idea, like New Titans. I don't know where I put my book, but we're talking about like some of the things we like or dislike about that particular issue, right? But it's kind of like yet to be seen, right? Like my end result is okay. I didn't like that aspect of it, but I'll see. Let's keep going. Like I'm curious, and by the time something is collected, like the general public has decided how they feel about it already. And so like even something like Shadowland, I've not read much Daredevil at all, but like I know that most people don't like Shadowland, and that already kind of like influences me to be like, all right, well, maybe I won't pick that one up.
It could be your favorite Daredevil run of all time or whatever, but you have, you know what I mean? Just for example, yeah,
it could. And it's not so much that I'm like, I gotta decide everything for myself, right? Like my wife is like very hardline stance. I don't read movie reviews. I don't care. I just want to go into it and judge it.
I feel the same way. I don't even want to see trailers.
Yeah, I like trailers. I don't like too many trailers, but like I don't want to see the whole movie in the trailer.
You want to see the vibe, like the initial first trailer, just to catch kind of what they're going for.
Yeah, like your joint, but like I don't need like the story trailer and then like when Lanterns just came out. Lanterns comes out, and I'm thinking there's a post-credit scene after issue 1, but they just held the full season trailer for the post-credit, and I'm like, I didn't need all of that. Like I'd rather some of that have been a surprise.
Typical HBO does that.
I don't watch HBO. I don't watch TV. The fact that Lanterns got me to like actually watch it, I'm like, this is dope. But
there you go.
Yeah, I like singles because it's like it does not yet appear what it's going to be, and that's cool. And I feel like we kind of set the tone,
Right?
Yeah, that's true. Single buyers definitely do. I don't mind finding out. Like Kody has talked. He's very pro Firestorm. I that helps me know that's definitely a book. You can't hype a book up so much that because I don't go on Twitter or anything else. I really should start posting on Instagram again, but so I don't see anything on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, whatever. So I don't get anything hyped up to the level where anything can be a letdown. But yeah, like Lanterns, that's not even on my radar. I still need to see I haven't even seen the new Ted Lasso season, and don't tell me what you think of it just yet. I want to see it.
It stars a guy named Ted Lasso, and it's about
soccer.
Spoilers. Thanks. Spoilers. I appreciate it. But that's the way I find out about what I want to read, or if it's out of current DC, like James knows my taste, and so James will tell me what he thinks I need to read. Like Tin Can Society, that was great. I loved Tin Can Society, and it's a thick trade. And James and other viewers know my taste enough so that they know to recommend that kind of stuff to me. And somebody jammed me up on YouTube within the past 6 months that my reviews were all upbeat and positive. They're like, we need to know what the negative stuff is.
I hate that criticism, because it's like, guys, if I'm not covering on the channel because I don't want to talk about it, because I probably dislike it. To me, that's not I'm not going to cover every single thing. I don't have the time in my life to read stuff that I don't enjoy, right? So it's like, if I'm not reading it, it's because I probably didn't like it. That's why I'm not covering it on the channel. You know what I mean? So it's like, people want us to be like all encompassing. It's like, guys, imagine you reading every single thing on the stand every week. Like it's not impossible, guys. I can't begin to cover half the Marvel stuff that comes out that I have no interest in reading, for example, Yeah. So it's like, I hate that criticism, Jess, when someone says it's like, I wish you would talk about, like, you're too positive. It's like, yeah, because this is the stuff I love, and this is the stuff
I want you to read.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Between the lines.
Right.
And this person obviously wasn't a long-time viewer. I wrote back and I'm like, I'm the guy that used to pour root beer over books that I didn't like. And I, I'm the one that people used to yell at because I would root beer books. So
I'm the one who knocks for all
I
my
bought a
Breaking
Frost
Bad
Top
fans
today.
out there.
It's in my fridge. I forgot to bring it up before I started this.
your root beer,
I'm so thirsty.
you could go get it. Go get it. We'll talk about something else.
All right. Well, actually no, I won't do that because I'm pretty sure my kids are downstairs, and if my baby sees me, like that's it. Like
Oh,
I have like extremely
okay.
babies girls, and so like, but the baby will like scream and cry. It'll be a whole thing.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Let me promote tomorrow's show on the 6 days of OmniDog. Razor asks, speaking of Kirkman, how's your Invincible read through going, Jess? Tomorrow we are reviewing deluxe books 1 through 4, the first 47 issues of Invincible. And the reason people just generally are interested in that is because I've owned all 12 of them for 8 years now, and I've read up through volume 3 twice and haven't gotten past this. So if you want to find out if I actually read book 4, Razor, you're going to have to tune into Book Club tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on Omni Dog's Fault. And that's something that I didn't even, I mean, I used to have that, but Elon is the Lobster Hybrid is the one that came up with doing it again. So I let him run it. We have a channel in my Discord about it. Razor, you'll have to tune in tomorrow. You'll definitely find out things.
The
about,
truth will be revealed.
Right.
Is Jess Superman? But no, I think I think I'm about as far into Invincible as you are. I was reading it on Global Comics, but then Image left Global Comics, and so
Man,
now
my unsubscribe from Global Comics now because that was a big reason why I was
Image
Comics. Cool, yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool to read those on there.
Yeah, they still have some stuff there, like
They got some publishers still doing close to day and date stuff. It's not like as a there was a
IDW.
moment there, BJ, where like Global Comics used to have like IDW, Mad Cave, Image, like the day it came out, single issues at the store, they would have it on Global Comics for the premium.
Yeah,
That was like a crazy time as someone like trying to keep the pull list under control.
yeah,
But yeah, a little different nowadays. But
it was IDW and Mad Cave are still day and date.
Still
in
day and
Global
date, okay.
Comics Gold. Image had the stuff. Image wasn't ever day and date that I can remember, but they at least had it. You could buy it in the app, and you got a discount if you were a gold member. But like, yeah. Anyway, they lost. I think Boom was in there for a little bit. They're not.
Yeah,
anymore.
Boom
yeah.
was there, yeah.
Well, so let me ask you this, Chris, because you mentioned like being a digital like digital comic reader. Like, what service are you using right now? Because like, as someone who like I'm mostly single issues, I read digitally, but I don't buy digitally. It's a very important like point.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, like I cannot get myself to buy a single issue for $5.
No,
it's
it's
like the same price. It's like it's so
Mostly
crazy to me. So, like, what's
mostly
your
through-
strategy? I guess
Hoopla.
Hoopla. Okay, gotcha.
Hoopla doesn't even neighborhood libraries. I'm sorry, the 2 county libraries, they don't even do Hoopla anymore. I had to go to another county to get Hoopla, and now they don't support it. So I can't.
I think it's getting
use
too
Hoopla.
expensive, Jess. I think that's why it's like
Oh.
some libraries are starting to unsubscribe from Hoopla, and like the one I still have my Hoopla account from like Rhode Island. I might be committing like library fraud or some shit. I don't know. Is that a thing? I have no idea because I don't live in Rhode
think
Island
so.
anymore. But I have my my main library card. But this main library, they have it's called like Comics Plus, and it's like it's definitely not.
I hate Comics Plus.
It's
That's what my library
almost
has.
like get this out of my face type stuff, BJ. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like don't give me anything because
Yeah.
it's just not for me. It's more for like maybe younger YA. Like it's got Captain Underpants and stuff like that on there,
Yeah.
but it doesn't have Image like the newest Image comics. It's definitely lacking there. But yeah, if you have a Hoopla, if you guys have a library that has access to Hoopla, you could be saving.
Yeah.
I don't know, like $40 every. You know, you could save a ton of money every week.
Yeah.
I guess you run out of borrows. What is it, Chris? Like 8? Like, what is it?
Yeah,
Depends on your
it's-
library. I think mine. Well, I say mine.
Depends, okay,
I got
okay,
mine
okay.
from someone else, but it's like 20.
That's
20?
crazy, DJ.
20.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
What do you have, Chris?
No, mine's about 20. Mine's about 20 with that.
Wow. I think mine's locked at 8.
And
Sounds
so
like that's
my
tough.
I
my
don't even
wife
get
and
8.
our kids, they have theirs, but they're big into the kind of the audio books. Like my kids are into the audio kind of graphic novels and things like that too. So they'll get.
So
like,
that's how you discover. You were telling us in the beginning. That's how you read most of your new stuff through digital.
Yeah, through the singles. Yeah, that's how I'll do it. And I, here.
But you
there,
don't buy. You don't buy.
No, I don't buy.
Gotcha, okay.
Because like you said, it's like $5 or $6. I just can't. I got out of the singles games a long time ago because of that.
Yeah.
The crazy part is like no joke. Like it would change my collecting habits like overnight if DC would put it out on
Put the code
on
in
their app.
the book.
Code in the book. That would be cool. But to be honest with you, I don't even use the Marvel code. I just like whatever.
Well,
But
I mean,
it's like
I subscribe to DC Universe at the top tier to get it like 30
month
days
after,
later, which
that's not
is
bad.
great.
Marvel
but
should copy that. I don't know why they're so 3 months is insane. And sometimes they
it's-
miss the 3-month mark. I'm waiting for them to do like Fantastic Four issue 12. Whatever. It's like,
but
where
what
is
they
it,
should-
dude?
But what they should also do is what DC's done too, is put their collect edition. Now they call them omnis. They're not omnis. They're the best you get is the deluxes or trades.
Starting doing the
but-
finest though.
Yeah, they're starting to
finest,
define us
yeah,
as well. So Marvel should really pick up on that with Marvel Unlimited. That would be, I mean, yeah, we don't want to copy things, but again, like you said, 3 months. Like I can wait 30 days and not feel like I'm totally missing out.
My thing though, Chris, is like it's even you're waiting the month. That's totally cool. I would say for publishers that don't have their own app like Image Comics, if those were available to buy on Global Comics, I would say like I wonder what maybe you guys think for a single issue. If the newest issue of whatever Image Comics series came out day and date on these services for like $2, like I might switch and do that instead of single issues to save like almost the space almost like just to. But still keep reading the series and being in the zeitgeist. Like I wonder what that bar is for you, like $2. Like where would you guys like? You know what I mean?
I mean,
my bar's probably $2.
But I mean, it would be great. Like anything under $5, like you said, $2 or $3 is fine. But like, we've talked so long over the years of what's going on. What are the creators getting out of this?
Yeah, $3, $2 cut. I don't know how that would.
Yeah, it goes back to the
what are they
iTunes
getting
problem.
out of it? Because they're not getting the full cover price.
No, they're not.
Like the shops are getting about a 50% discount. They're ordering at volume, right? So it's the same price anyway. That's what the creator, if there's a royalty at all.
So in my mind, you might sell more too, BJ, for all the people that don't have an LCS. They can't go to their comic store every Wednesday, but those 2 people might buy it on the app. You know what I mean? So it's like you might make the same amount of money or more selling it digitally. But I feel like maybe that $5 price tag is just a turnoff for some people. It's like I read it once, and then what do I do? It's $5. You know what I mean?
I feel like sometimes I'm drowning in single issues, and it's like I want the Wednesday experience. I don't want to like give that up, and so going digital makes all the sense in the world to keep me out of this pile of books. But like you said, I cannot bring myself like. This should not be the same price as a swipe across the screen.
It can't be. Like in my mind, it just doesn't make sense. It's like I can't get over that hurdle. Like,
Okay, so you guys don't BJ, you did not like Comics Plus.
I haven't. I mean,
I don't even know what it's an app is that a borrowing app?
There are several. There's Hoopla, there's Libby, and then there's Comics Plus. Those are 3 that I'm aware of. I don't know if there are more. There are actual librarians in the chat, so they could chime in. But Comics Plus, for me, it's not even so much about the availability, although like the availability does leave something to be desired. Mine is logged out. That's how long it's been. I have to like type in my library card.
I'm like, I had to re-download the app because it's been so long.
Yeah. But it's like the interface is terrible. And like the browsability, like it's just not a fun app to use. Hoopla, I did a whole ranking of like all the digital comics platforms I had access to at the time. And Hoopla actually wins.
It's so goated.
Yeah, like Hoopla wins. So you count because I had like different statistical categories, like and price was one of them, like the library size, browsability, usability, all of that. And
This is all on Hoopla. This
Yeah.
issue just came out this Wednesday. This GI Joe here.
yeah,
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Bug
Hoopla
Wars
is
issue
dope.
1 for the new volume just came out. Like
I
all,
don't get
if
any of
Destruction
that.
Be Our Lot, like all the Image comics come out day and date on Hoopla. It's crazy. It's just if
Ooh,
you have
Lady
enough
Mechanica.
borrows in a month, that's the tricky part. But you guys that have 20 borrows in a month,
Yeah.
I mean, you
That's
could be reading every
crazy.
single Image comic you want through Hoopla. It's crazy. Some
Oh,
IDW
Something
there
Epic
as
has a
well.
new book out? Okay.
Something
I'm
Epic,
reading
that's-
through.
yeah.
Jess is
Cody's-
creating a shopping list.
Last Driver. We just talked about it. That's on Hoopla.
That's probably a weird experience on Hoopla.
How does that
Yeah,
look
probably.
on Hoopla?
I guess I
wonder.
can't, because if I click it, it'll be a borrow. That's the tricky
All right,
part.
hold on. I'll
Oh,
borrow it.
well,
I'll
it's a
sacrifice
20-second,
it.
so
That's true.
Um,
The refreshes are about to happen. That's true. But even collected
yeah.
editions, like this came out this past Wednesday too. I covered it for the comic shop, like a
World's-
volume of
oh,
Oh,
Batman Superman World's Finest.
that's not terrible. So this is what it looks like.
there we go. Now, what if you turned your phone sideways? Would
Then
it
it
go?
wouldn't do that.
Oh, okay.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah, that's perfect. That's great.
there we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
It's probably
That-
way
that's
better than an
something.
iPad.
That's how I
Yeah.
honestly, BJ, on the phone reading digital comics, I turn it sideways like that anyways.
Yeah.
And typically I'll read it like I'll scroll up and down and flip the pages like that, just because it's having the wider. Yeah,
Yeah.
find it's better than having the taller.
I didn't. I would not read digital comics until I got an iPad. I hated trying to read it on.
Dude,
a
the
phone.
iPad is a game changer for those
Yeah.
out there. It's the same size as a single issue, pretty much. Like it's
Right.
you could read
Yeah.
at night, turn that brightness all the way up, annoy the upper management laying in bed right next to you. It's great.
All
You
our
get that
various
12.9,
upper management.
It's like a deluxe edition of everything you ever read.
It's true.
Mhm.
Everything we read's in Omni if it's digital. That's right. With the big ass iPad.
I hate
Yeah.
that huge iPad. My wife has that one. I got the smaller one.
I agree with Safar. I can't read that well on a phone. It's the iPad that I can read on well, but phones are pretty hard.
Mhm.
Oh, you can get 30 at SF. You're like right there in
Man,
Yeah.
and
San
imagine
Fran,
too, if you
Fraser.
live in a big city, you could have multiple libraries, bro. I'd be super jealous. If you live in like New York City, you could have library. You could have multiple Hoopla accounts.
You
could
gotta go to one of those cities that they hate on Fox News. That's how you get all the
That's how you get. Yeah, the more you're on Fox News, the more borrows you have. Probably it's like a
right.
it's like a correlation.
Yeah,
there.
you can rely on their negative reviews on what
Yeah.
to pick up. Wait, the regional library in Belgium. It exists around 8 villages. You can get 20 books in every city of this regional library. That's where Belgian Ellen is from. Oh, here's Lance. What up, Lance? Good to have you here.
I've not heard of Lance. Who's Lance?
Lance the library?
He's
Library
at-
Lance? I don't know. I only know him from being a viewer on Omnidog's Vault and maybe
Got a cool hat.
maybe Omnibros. Where okay, I get that. That's fine. If one of us needs to leave, we can. All of us can stay or go as long as we can. Yeah, Lance is just a longtime viewer. I don't know. Lance, do you have any socials
Nice to meet you, Lance.
that you post on the internet somewhere?
Shout out Lance, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a lot of good.
Shout
Good
out all the
thoughts.
librarians for sure out there, huh, Jess? It's a tough job out there.
The,
The,
the, the
librarians.
true stewards of physical media.
There we go. I'm
The
I'm
sharers of
sorry.
Knowledge.
I'm sorry, Madam President Kane isn't in here tonight. She's with me on being the biggest proponent of physical media.
Yeah.
She's and I strongly believe in physical media. I understand. I mean, even I liked reading books on Hoopla too. But I had to go to as I said, a neighboring county to get it. My county doesn't have it. And then they dropped it to like 2 borrows a month, and I can't read anything unless they post an entire graphic novel. I can't. I read Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees originally on Hoopla, but now I couldn't have read that. 2 issues and I'm out.
Yeah. I just
Tough.
bought those hardcovers too.
Yeah. They got the beautiful Beneath the Trees.
I didn't buy the artist edition.
Gotcha. That thing is pretty big. It's massive.
It is amazing. It really captures some good art with that.
Yeah.
Okay, Lance is part of
shelf. I have one little nook for artist editions, and it's not full. But
there you go.
It'll be once that gets full, I will buy no more. But
there you go.
They're so expensive and big. Like,
I feel like I have 2 artist edition: Neil Adams Classics and Jose Gonzalez Vampirilla. Because those things are, they're hard to shelve. Those things.
Yeah, I have the Mazzucchelli Batman Year One.
Yeah, that's the artist edition. Yeah, I don't have too many, but I got that one.
I got the Jim Lee X-Men artist edition, which was my first one. And then I have the Ed Piskor Studio edition, which I bought from his family at Heroes Con last year.
Yeah.
And that's it. Those are the only artist editions I have.
I'm definitely. You gotta get going, Kody?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I gotta dip out, but no, it's been a great conversation. I always love appearing here on Jess, and it was nice hanging out with Chris and BJ, someone I've respected. No offense, Chris. It was nice talking to you, but BJ, I've been watching you for a really long time, so it's really nice to kind of put a face to the name and all that good stuff.
I'm glad I didn't disappoint you, man.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Great conversation. And then I would leave with this. I see Lance in the chat. He's saying, just a viewer for now, but I've considered making content. I think everybody on this panel would agree that making content is some of the most fun you could ever have, like sharing our opinions on comic book stuff. It's been a total blast. I would recommend personally, like it's changed my life for the better for sure. So if you've ever considered it, everybody's got a phone. I say just, start making reels or whatever on Instagram and start getting in there, man.
Just start. Just absolutely start. That's one of the best advice, getting to meet Kevin Smith in person. And one of the best advice he gave, and I got to thank him in person, just saying like, hey, when you said just put it out there. Even if one person watches or listens to that point, it starts. And the fact that I'll be living proof in the fact that, when we started, from Geekverse spinning off to Geek Ultimate Alliance to Marvel Alliance doing our thing, like we just had with our Spider-Man Brand New Day review, the largest amount of downloads not only in Marvel Alliance history, but the entire network's history. That one single episode, like leaps and bounds, like we were not prepared for how much that tracked. And it's just me and my co-host just talking about the movie that, and breaking it down.
Anyone can do it. Like Chris, like anybody can just, even with no equipment, anybody can just start doing this. I would recommend
don't buy expensive stuff. You don't need expensive things.
I started my channel on my phone. If you go look at the first video on my channel, I filmed it on my phone. Even though I already owned a camera, I only switched to a camera because I needed to review a mobile app. And so I had to have the phone in my hand. And then that kind of, ended up being a pivot that worked out for me. But
you don't need it though. Yeah. Anyway, but that's what I would leave with everybody. So I got to head out, but I would recommend Lance making content. If you do, tag me, dude. I would love to check it out if you end up making some stuff. But so thank you, Jess.
Nice meeting you,
for having me on.
Thank you for being here. You can see Kody and the link for his channel down below in the description box.
Thank you guys. Shout out to James too in the chat for linking the stuff. I appreciate it. And I'll see you guys later.
See you.
All right, thanks Kody for being here.
I'll have to go shortly after as well.
Okay.
Mostly because I'm thirsty, but
thank you, Pat Nessa. I was going to ask Kody, but I didn't get a chance. I guess he did talk about Firestorm as something that he's really digging recently. What I can show this is something I got recently from an artist named Villalobos. But my favorite
is he
recent
Pablo or Ramon?
Pablo.
Nice.
Oh. There's 2 Villalobos?
There are.
Okay, thank you for that. I dig his art, but my favorite new character introduction in the past 5 years is Janet from HR in Poison Ivy. And this is a ratio that I got for much cheaper. It was like a 51 and 50 that I got for $15. But first of all, I love his art, and then I just love that Janet's on it with Poison Ivy. She is such a funny and fun character. So this is one of the more recent single issues I got.
Nice.
What are a couple single or current, even just current graphic novels that you've read recently, Chris, that you can suggest to people as something that you enjoy?
I finally caught up on Something is Killing the Children. Like, I found a really good, like, I read the first couple of arcs, and then life happens, and then so I just kind of, I enjoyed it, so I was collecting the physical releases at that point, but I found a really good kind of timeline in the sense of, like, read this at this point, read this at this point. So
for Something is Killing the Children?
Yeah, for Something is Killing the Children. And
it's kind of like House of Slaughter that's in there too,
and then
right?
they call like the color arcs at that point.
Yeah, that's right.
So that was probably the last, before school got back in session, that was the last thing I finally caught up on, and it's just wild. Just really interesting in the sense of, when I tell people, what are you reading? I'm reading Something is Killing the Children, and it says, that sounds horrible. That's horrifying. You want to read a book about Something's Killing the Children? I said, yeah, children do die, unfortunately, but it's more of the
because something is killing them.
Something is killing them, and they're trying to stop it.
Yeah, I'm way behind. I've only read the first library edition, and now you're right. I've got at least like the most recent color edition. I have a House of Slaughter edition. I mean, I can go over to. Let me see what I do.
We're on the move again. Here we go.
Here we go.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous over here.
Oh yeah. Oops, that's Dana's Web of Horror. Dana,
how are you on the move so much? Are you on a laptop? Like, what is it? How is this working?
Oh yeah, this is a laptop. This is all I have. I don't have a desktop or monitor situation. I don't. I've had a laptop forever.
Even me doing that, I have to like disconnect so many different things.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's see. I have House of Slaughter, the Butcher's Trilogy.
The Butcher's Trilogy, probably the best stuff out of the series.
Oh, really? Okay. I have one book of that. I thought Something is Killing the Children had 2 volumes of the
They do, because one of them's orange and the other one's blue, right?
Okay.
I don't have the orange one.
You're right. You're right. The orange one is right there. Okay, so thank you for saying that color. That's how I found it. Volume 1 and 2. I have House of Slaughter. But wait, and I feel like something just came out color trilogy wise.
The color trilogy, it's in red. I'm kind of staring at it right now.
And what's it? What's its title?
I think it's Books of Slaughter, or I think it's Books of Slaughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because it's red.
This is coming out.
Swamp Thing
is Killing the Children, and it's got a glow in the dark Jenny Frison cover. I ordered that for my LCS. Yeah, it's a crossover.
Bunkmaster B, have you been here the whole time? We were just talking about like Hoopla and how many borrows we get.
Exactly. He heard Hoopla and he arrived.
He came calling. That's how you get Bunk to show up.
How's it going, Bunk? Always good to see you.
Chris's Superman shirt. It's not a Superman shirt.
How many hot dogs?
Okay, what's this about? On cuties?
It's been at least 3 years. I did a Heroes Con like prep video one year, and the point was to bring cash and like stick to a budget, because I was like, and I used some stupid example. I think I was like because you would hate to like, you know, spend all your money in one spot, and then there's like some girl or something that you meet and you want to buy like a hot dog from the concession stand. It's like, oh wait, no, I spent all my money on books.
So you've got to tell the story of how you and I actually met, because it comes off as it
bought
comes
you a
off
hot
originally
dog?
as really weird and just like I'm gonna stay at a house of a person I've never met, but he's a nice guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
I want to hear this.
Oh my gosh. So I guess Chris and I got connected from the original OPB Jabronis chat.
Yeah.
Chat for affiliates of Panel Bound Comics now. And so I'm talking about like going to Heroes Con, and Chris is like, hey, if you want to stay at my house, you can. Like, don't need to get a hotel or whatever.
I'm just that kind of friendly person. Just like I'm trying to save people money.
Yeah. And I was just like, I didn't say anything. I was just like, that's kind of odd. And so I told my wife, and because my initial thought was like, man, like, I mean, that's a great offer, but like, what if he's like a serial killer, right? So then I go and ask my wife, I'm like, hey, man, this dude.
We're not sure he's not, by the way, but keep going.
Hey, listen, he murders a peanut butter sandwich. I'll tell you that much. But
I'll set you up with good food so you don't have to spend money at a con too. You know.
yeah, but it was like, so I told my wife, I was like, yeah, man, this guy. I said, I mean, he's in the group that I'm in. I've never met him, but he's like, you know, maybe I could stay at his house or whatever. She's like, how do you know if he's not a serial killer? I was like, I guess I don't.
I don't.
But so I ended up going to stay at Chris's house, and like, I think I was nervous for not like when I got there, but like on the way there, I was like,
no, I would.
weird. Like,
no offense, I would. Yeah, if you're.
So, but you know, we hit it off. We've been friends ever since. We've been collecting partners ever since, and now that's like my annual tradition. Like there was the one year I didn't go, or maybe I went for like one day. And so Jake was like, oh, Jake's going to stay at Chris's house. And I was like, dang, like that's whack. Like I love like going to Chris's house, like seeing how much older his kids look, like, you know, petting the dog and getting fur all over me, like all of it. It's a whole thing. Like my heroes.
It's a whole thing, you know, and I set you up with peanut butter sandwiches at that point for lunch, you know?
Yeah, and it's like at some point, I'm sure like my family's gonna want to go to Heroes, and like I'm not gonna bring my whole family to stay at Chris's house, but it's gonna be bittersweet. I'll be at the hotel like, but I wish I was with you.
So Jake stole your spot at Chris's then. We
just had a baby, so I was like, there's no way I can stay.
Yeah, because you did a up and down trip because your oldest had come with you.
Yeah. We did the one day because I hosted a panel, so I brought my oldest with me.
Was that last year or this year?
I met you, Jess. I'm not mistaken.
Last year, yeah.
I think that was.
Yeah. Oh, wait, no. I met you 2 years ago, but last year you were there, but you were like sick or something. So I got sick. Yeah, the year before that, upper management and I came to the con, and that's where I met you and Chris in person. I knew you ahead of time from the Jabronis chat.
And this is my first year for my very first non-Heroes Con. Like I haven't gone to any other con ever, so I'm going to New York Comic Con this year for the very first time. So
funny. New York was also my second con. It's such a different con than Heroes. But I'm going to Baltimore this year, like next month, and I've heard that's like the closest you can get to Heroes within a few hours.
I've heard
check that one out.
I would say so too. It's got more like Heroes doesn't really have vendors like Baltimore does, of like lots of single issues, lots of whatever you want to call it, like t-shirts, towels, toys, all that kind of stuff. They have a lot of that stuff. And they do have good creators come there. I haven't looked this year, so I don't know who's going. I've gone with Omar and Melanie a couple of times to Baltimore and a couple of times by myself. But that's where, if you go on the best day for me to go is Friday, even though that brings rush hour traffic into play for me, because the general public isn't swarming there. And like, I got Mark Wade all to myself on a Friday, and other creators recently too.
Well, that's
so
cool.
That's a fun day.
And I think really
Mark Wade is not coming. He just canceled. his appearance.
Oh,
And I think
damn.
that's the biggest reason why I was able to get our Scott Snyder line tickets, because I got there later than most, but I think we both heard throughout the whole rest of the con, they already sold out. They already sold out at that point.
Yeah.
So, and that's when I got them on Friday. So,
got lucky.
Mm.
Well, I'm gonna have to go soon, but before I leave, I want to show you guys some of the singles that I'm digging.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And I appreciate
Thank
the compliment or the love mystery compendium. So I actually haven't read this one yet, but this is the $1 Trillion Kid. This is a variant. This is Ivan Reyes variant. But this event, the Who Are the Unbelievables event from Ghost Machine, has been really fun. I don't know if you guys were following the Family Odysseys, so like Rockefellers, Hornsby, and Halo. So this 4-part event is basically like a primer into that world and a tease at like some other characters that are going to have some series coming up from that. So I've read like 3 out of the 4 issues. This is the 4th. I got picked up last week.
I think it's a great way to describe it too. It's a taste of things to come. It's like a mini event to open the world even bigger.
Right. I just hope they can get like some consistency around their release schedule. That's been the toughest part.
It's been tough.
But this is just a variant cover. I'm not reading X-Men United right now, but this is a variant cover by Torrin Clark. That is just really
That's a cool one. Yeah.
Green Lantern Corps. I'm not even the biggest Green Lantern guy because it gets kind of spacey and like weird, but I absolutely love it. Morgan Hampton's writing it. This is the finale issue of that. There's been this like whole thing with the Manhunters versus the Lantern Corps, or like all the Lanterns. So that's been really cool.
Bunk, you came too late.
Yeah.
He did show it off.
He started out by showing it off,
But I'll show
There
it
you
again.
go.
There it is.
There's New Titans issue 38, the Sanford Green Ink Alliance cover. I also did a whole vlog. It's on the channel about that. If you guys are not reading Nightwing, Dan Waters, Dennis Cowan, like this is Dennis Cowan at his like the question best.
Yes.
It's really good. Really like dark, moody, atmospheric, but then like Dick Grayson is like often the bright spot in the book. Like amazing.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Let's see. Miles Morales, Spider-Man. I'm up and down. The more I read it, the more it grows on me, this first issue. But it's such a backtrack from the Ziegler run. Like it's just like whiplash. It's very back to basics. You see he's back in a regular suit and all that.
When you had put that out there on your reviews, I was like, because I've been in and out of Miles for a bit, and I think that's very accurate. It is so back to basics.
Yeah, it was like they very clearly hit the reset button and tell you several times in the issue, hey, this is a reset, by the way. I'm not doing any of that travel-y stuff and that multiverse stuff. I'm not doing any of that anymore. I'm just gonna be back in Brooklyn. It's like, all right, I got you, bro.
All right. You're not a vampire anymore? Okay, cool.
Right. So those are some of the things that I've been reading and enjoying recently. Avengers Armageddon is very meddling for me, but I've heard issue 3 it picks up. How you feeling?
Yes, I just read it. I would it's another set. I think it picks up, but I think they're still setting the chessboard.
Okay.
You know, I think it's more of a like, okay, we spent 2 issues kind of really dealing with it. Now we're dealing with the ramifications of things. So
Got you. Now I did get this Ashcan preview. This is not the size of a regular comic.
Okay.
But for Any Given Smile by Stephanie Williams.
That's also a good comic you just held up too. So.
Oh yeah. I haven't read Dynamic Duos yet though. So actually I read like the first. I opened it up and it was like we're doing Barbados, and I was like, I'm not ready for this.
Yeah, it's true.
But Any Given Smile, you guys know I don't really do horror stuff. And but I picked up this Ashcan because Stephanie Williams is writing it, and it pretty much confirmed that I'm not going to read this book. And I love Stephanie Williams, like, and I almost feel like a fake fan by saying like I'm not going to read this. But Stephanie knows I love Stephanie. I had never seen a Smile movie, and so
I haven't either.
Nope.
Okay, so spoilers for the premise of Smile. They're like 2 movies in, but basically it's like an entity. They don't call it a demon. It's an entity that basically like tries to like possess people and convince them to commit suicide. And so like that smile, like that creepy smile is something that you see like kind of haunting you all the time. And it's like the presence is like, yeah, I'm gonna get you eventually. And yeah, so that's like usually like what people see before someone, you know, dies. This one has like a kind of sort of washed up football player who is like in gambling debt and is trying to like make a deal with his bookie to like get out of that gambling debt. And the bookie suddenly like commits suicide. And now this thing is like haunting him. So the setup for this, I'm like, that's actually very interesting, except that I do not feel comfortable reading a book about a demon that's trying to convince people to commit suicide.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna leave that one where it goes. But if y'all are interested, hey, there you go. Those are some cool books I've read recently.
You okay? So you're not a horror fan?
I can
Movie, comic?
I don't do horror movies. I can do like sort of, well, when I was younger, I could do like slasher stuff. I've always been like sensitive to like the demons and exorcism type stuff. Can't do it.
That's the stuff I like.
Oh,
I don't like slashers. I'm the exact opposite. I can't watch slashers, but I love the supernatural ones.
Yeah, I'm very iffy on like ghost stuff. And I don't like the big gory like Saw and stuff like that. But I can rock with Final Destination. Like, well, again, I liked that. Like, I don't watch horror movies at all anymore, but like that was the stuff that I liked when I was reading that. But like something like this, like if this was well, first of all, I know this is a movie and I've seen the trailer and I'm like, I'm never watching that in my life. But like reading horror in a comic is like, it's a little bit easier to stomach without the jump scares and stuff, but still some stuff just doesn't sit well.
See, when Aaron's the same way, like I dabble in and out of horror. I like suspense. I'm not a big into like first Saw. Okay, that was a cool concept. Then they just went and overdid it to death. But I'm a big Jordan Peele fan. So when I was watching the first trailer for Nope, Aaron didn't even have to like I think it was more the Stevie Wonder song choice that they did in it. She was like, "Yep, that's perfect. That's perfect title for that." Nope, that ain't happening in this house.
Yeah. Like, and what's funny is like, you know, Jordan Peele is like, you know, for some black people like the second coming of Jesus, because it's like, you know, you don't get black people in horror movies like that.
True.
And it's like, I've not seen Get Out. I have no plans to. Like, because horror just doesn't work. It's that stuff lingers with me for days, and it's just not a fun experience. So I stay away.
That's what. There's two movies that have stuck with me, and I saw them. I think what does 26? I think I saw them in 2024, and that was Barbarian and Long Legs. I saw them both on the same weekend. I have not been able to get either movie out of my head, and Barbarian is. It's definitely one of the more disturbing ones I've watched. It had lingering effects like that. A movie made by the same filmmaker, Weapons, I saw
that on a plane
weeks ago.
Yep.
Oh, on a plane.
Yeah,
I'm gonna let you guys have the horror discussion. I gotta go, but yeah,
okay.
Thank you for having me. I'm so glad we finally got to connect and do this.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you guys on as soon as we can do it again. BJ is the link for his YouTube channel is in the description box. Good friend of ours, good friend of comics. It's always good to see you, BJ. I look forward to talking with you and having you back on soon.
Awesome. Are you doing Baltimore Comic-Con?
If I can meet you there and we can have lunch or something and run around. I hadn't thought about it, but I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to think about that. What days is it? What?
I'm not. It's the weekend of the 27th, if I'm not mistaken.
September, October, August, September. Okay. Okay, that'd be good. I will start looking and see what we're doing.
We'll chat about it. But
okay, good.
Thanks again See you later, guys.
Good seeing you.
Thanks for being here. Peace and love.
Peace and love.
Okay, and Chris, you have a limited amount of time too.
Dinner with the wife around. So
I think that I have been hearing that from upstairs too. If that's what those stomps on the floor are about.
my stomps on the floor are my children playing upstairs. So
Well, that's nicer than what I'm getting, I think.
But yeah, I saw Weapons. I had gone to Spain last year, and so on the plane, I downloaded a bunch of movies on my iPad, and Weapons was one of them. And that
Okay.
so yeah, I think my two favorites of the last year were Weapons and then Sinners. Sinners was really good.
I loved Sinners, and my daughter, who is not a horror movie fan at all, something about that resonated with her.
Mm-hmm.
She must have seen it in theaters 14 or 15 times. I don't know.
I saw it on Good Friday. Just happened to be. I happened to be. It was done. Didn't have work that day, so I was like, "Yeah, I'll go see Sinners on Easter weekend." So,
yeah, I enjoyed it, not to the extent my daughter did, but yeah, I love Sinners, and besides Lisa Frankenstein, the next one I want to see is Obsession. I haven't seen. Good. I've heard so many good things about it. But
when you see it, you have to let me know, because I have to share a theory with you, but I don't want to say anything because even anywhere close to like hinting towards anything. So when you see it, let me know, and I want to give you a theory about what I think about a character.
I at first the premise didn't sound that interesting to me. I was like, oh, really? That's scary? That sounds more like Scary Movie to me or something. But enough people have been, having it as one of the best in the past year, that I definitely want to see it. And I think it's on. Is this when I saw it?
Yeah.
I saw him on the same weekend, so it must have been 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And here BJ's links. Yeah, it is super creepy. Oh, thank you. Yeah, vote for either or both or however it works. Sure. Thank you, James. Yeah, it's hard to get both these guys on, Chris and Kody and BJ. So it was good to have them all on at once, because they also have their own channels and they have other obligations. So it's not as easy to get everybody on. So I have to jump when I feel like I had to ask Chris and BJ at least a month in advance, and I need to get Carl back on. I haven't had him on in a while.
So it's always fun chasing squirrels.
Chasing squirrels? You mean like ADHD type squirrels?
Oh no, all our topics. Come on. Did we expect? Did we expect to talk about prison in the beginning? No, it just happened.
And prison talk.
Yeah.
Prison TikTok. Yeah. BJ's on in my Discord? Okay. Where was I gonna go? Okay, I saw this by Lewis. The Grudge movies. I saw the first one and I liked it. I haven't seen it in. Is that a Japanese or Korean original?
Oh,
The Grudge.
True.
I think
you're right.
Japanese, and I haven't seen that because it's hard to find. I don't know. I don't think it's streaming anywhere. Not even on Shudder. But it's supposed to be substantially scarier than the American version. I thought the American version was really good, though. Batnessa liked them both. AS, thank you. Yeah, AS, I'm a fan of yours. AS, good guy. John Carpenter movies.
Yeah.
Oh, and Guillermo del Toro. Yeah, I still haven't finished his Cabinet of Curiosities. Now that I
Okay.
just saw that.
Highbrow horror for Del Toro. Highbrow horror.
Yeah, intellectual
Yeah, so
horror that Kirkman would hate. What else? I mean, I'm fine talking about horror movies for the rest of the chat, but is there anything else you've read recently or are
yeah.
reading that you
Yeah,
love?
I got my weeklies done before the stream this morning, and I think probably my favorites out of it were G.I. Joe. It's the beginning of a number 25. I really appreciated and I like where they're going, but I would say Dark Knights of Steel 2. Those would be
Dark Knights of Steel, the
Part 2.
original or the follow-up, All Winter? Or
No, this is they're continuing on to Dark Knights of Steel 2. So they're only 2 issues in.
Okay, I didn't know that. Did you like All Winter? I haven't read that yet.
It's I wouldn't say I disliked it. I wouldn't say it, I liked the dynamic of the color palette, what they did with it. I thought that was very fascinating what they did with the characters. So
okay, well I own it. So
I like world building. World building is great. So
yeah,
anything more with it, it's definitely Dark Knight of Steel is probably. I mean, it's Tom Taylor, so it's always a day one for me. But that was probably the most Elseworld book, and I like that it brought it back with it since he did Deceased.
okay. I love Deceased.
Yeah.
What else have you read? I will just say that I've been looking for the first book in the Colors trilogy, the oversized the library edition.
I can grab it. I've got it right nearby. I'll be right back and I can grab it.
Okay, I could swear I own it, but I haven't been able to find it. Let's see. Long Legs stuck in my head too. Yeah, very good horror movie. One of the few that genuinely scared me. Yeah, Barbarian's the first one in my head that sticks with me, and then right after it is Long Legs. Okay, let me see this House of Slaughter Colors trilogy. I know Bat Cato has been recommending this to me for a while. He and his wife are huge Something is Killing the Children fans. Why? I don't know. This is just typical me that I know I ordered it. I know I own it, but why isn't it where it should be next to the other Something is Killing the Children books?
Yeah.
So if you want to know what I'm going to be doing after the stream, it's going to be tearing through my collection looking for those.
I hate that feeling too, because you're just like, I know I ordered it, I know I got it. I more fear when I double order something, and look, I haven't done that in a long time, but there was one or two times that I accidentally did that. I was like, well, there we are.
Yeah, and if you order from a place that you have a good relationship with, if you catch it in time, you can. This is me because I do it all the time. If you can catch it in time, you won't end up with 2 books. So I will catch it in time, but I just got a trade paperback that I had accidentally ordered 2 of. So that'll be something that I give away the next time I give stuff away.
And Safar, I know you had said you missed the live streams with Jordan and Jake and me. We're not doing the live streams anymore, but we will be bringing back the FOC, the pre-orders. I believe Jake and I are going to schedule our next one to do that in September. So.
Oh, that's right.
So it won't be live stream, but we'll be doing live streams. Are just tough for Jake and our schedule since we're literally 3 hours apart. So
yeah.
So we will. Those are coming back in September. So not the live stream. looking at.
Just the recorded one? Okay,
Yep.
cool. I also loved Werewolf by Night. One of the few things
Yes.
I've actually seen. I need to apparently I have seen the trailer for Avengers Doomsday, and one thing that they've built 2 movies off of, including Deadpool and Wolverine, is the Loki series on Disney Plus, and I have to see the I have to see the rest of season 1 and all of season 2.
Yeah, that's probably top of next to WandaVision, some of the best of that Marvel did on streaming.
Loki was?
Yeah, Loki, yeah. Season 1 and 2, yeah. And I'll tell you what was
That's
a surprise.
really good to know.
I'll tell you what was a surprise, and I'm sad to see it's not going to get a season 2 after they greenlit it, was Wonder Man. Wonder Man was one of those saying, really? I'm never going to say something. Nobody asked for this. I was just like, okay, but the fact that, I hated that. Well, that's a whole other story. Check out Marvel Alliance. We break down a lot of the behind the scenes stuff for that, but like that was the biggest surprise of this year of how good that series was. And the tongue-in-cheek stuff, like Yaya is great with it, and yeah, all the accolades that series deserves. I'm sad it's not getting a season 2, but it is a great. Just you don't need to know anything. You don't need to know a darn thing. Just enjoy.
I don't know a darn thing.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a Wonder Man.
Yeah. So it's a fun buddy cop. Like I say buddy cop, but a good buddy series with Yaya and Ben Kingsley. So
Ben Kingsley, is he playing the Mandarin?
he is Trevor. Trevor has returned yet again. Oh, you muted yourself.
I did, because upper management was asking if I wanted anything from the ice cream truck that just pulled up in front. So at first I was going to say, why are you interrupting me? But ice cream.
It's ice cream.
Pulls
Come on.
up in front of my house.
Yeah.
So yeah, she knows what's important. I appreciate that. Where were we? Oh, Wonder Man.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing it had even existed. What after Loki and WandaVision and Wonder Man? What I don't know that I've seen any other Disney Plus. I saw Captain America and I'm sorry, Winter Soldier, and Falcon. I saw all of that. What's another one that you would think that I should prioritize on Disney Plus? Have you seen most of them?
Yeah, I've seen it being the show that we do. We have to watch at that point. I would say live action wise, Agatha All Along.
Saw all that.
Okay, good.
Thank you, and I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good.
I think it's one of those where I more enjoy the ones that go off the beaten path when it comes to Disney television than Marvel television, and I hope that they're supposedly scaling back on it. Okay, I get it. It's where it is, but I see some people like Hawkeye, Miss Marvel were fun.
Oh, I saw all of Miss Marvel. That was good. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, Mona Vellani is a treasure.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, I would say it is worth your time binging through Loki season 1 or 2.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm. Oh, you want me to go out to the ice cream truck and take my laptop with me?
Don't threaten Jess with a good time.
Yeah. I'm going to have to watch these over again, Brian. I saw the first 3 of both of these.
I agree.
I liked them both. I just never got back to them.
I loved the last episode of She-Hulk. That was a very fourth wall breaking fun. So,
is Secret Invasion a live action one?
So, it's live action. It's my former co-host on that when we did the season finale review, I was out of town, but we did it, and I brought my equipment with me to. That's an episode to watch of Marvel Alliance. I'm just giving it to you like that. We have thoughts. We have thoughts.
Okay.
We have very passionate thoughts about that series.
Okay.
I will say this, that the biggest mistake Marvel Studios has made in phases 4, 5, and 6 is that it took until phase 6 to have a Avengers movie. In the movies, just having any Avengers movie, like it's taken till the end of phase 6 to have an Avengers movie.
Oh, so, Doomsday?
Yeah, Doomsday. Yeah, that's, I think,
we're
one of the
in phase 6.
Just waiting until phase 6. Yeah, waiting till phase 6 to get an Avengers movie. That was one of the biggest mistakes that Marvel Studios has made.
Did you like Ironheart? I like her as a character in comics.
I like it. I liked Ironheart. The big issues my co-host and I have with what Marvel has done with shows that were led by persons of color or run by persons of color is that you notice an interesting trend is like most of them were all at once, or we're going to up half the season there and half the season there, and then we don't ever hear from them again. And I think that's a big introspective thing they need to start figuring out of like how do we do better.
And so Wonder Man would qualify under that. What else besides Ironheart and Wonder Man?
Echo.
Echo. Was that? I forgot all about that. That's a character from Daredevil.
Yep. It was gonna be there was an idea of a plan for that Echo to come into, but it's Echo came in with Hawkeye. Echo was introduced in the Hawkeye series.
Oh, okay.
And then there was, what was it? It was the animated series for Wakanda. I want to say Eyes of Wakanda was an animated series. The animated anthology, which had a lot of potential, but one and done.
Okay.
But yeah, some of those, it's just like they need to do better. I like that we're getting more, but when they're totally like one and done, especially I had a friend talk to me about kind of Wonder Man in that if the series kind of got pushed a little bit and maybe not like, I don't think it was a good one to do one episode at a time, but maybe a couple episodes each week, it might have gained a better audience. So
yeah, that's interesting. I feel like that's what HBO is doing with Lanterns. And I feel like that's a better idea than dropping everything at all 6 episodes or however many.
Yeah,
dropping them all at once.
As a content creator, that's like you're killing me because we've had to, like with Wonder Man in particular, we had to do half the season one week and half the season the next week just because I don't have the time nor the patience to, and I want to appreciate the show, but I hate the binge drops. I really do. So
yeah, it does seem like it's too much at once and can't build up momentum. Okay, so I can't. I don't know when I'm going to be able to watch some of these Disney Plus shows, but I really want to. I know I can't watch anything until after Lisa Frankenstein, but go ahead.
I would say if you have to prioritize a show, if you're planning for Doomsday, I would say Loki. If you watch Loki season 1 or 2, I would say out of everything we've mentioned, I say that you do that, you'll be in a good company going into Doomsday.
And speaking of Doomsday, they're re-releasing Endgame.
Yes,
with extra stuff, or
it's about 7 minutes of stuff. Like there's a new big thing is there's a few scenes here or there, but there's a new post-credits scene that directly is the bridge to Doomsday.
Okay. Yeah, because there hasn't been, besides a couple of end credits, considering it's a big 3-hour brand new Avengers thing, there hasn't really been any kind of build-up or movies that go into it. Just
I,
these 3 end credit scenes or whatever.
Yeah, I think that the problem with Marvel Studios is that these phases were, we had post COVID, we got to pump out a lot of content. We have the reshuffling and the strikes, and then a coming to Jesus meeting with everything like this. This was a phase that I don't believe for an instant where they planned the end in mind and then work backwards. They had some pivots they had to make because of one idea, and then the actor got into a lot of trouble, and then they didn't want to do that anymore. And then we want to introduce new characters, but then you wonder, see, all these big events happen. It's like, okay, who are the Avengers now?
Oh, right.
So
I did enjoy.
They learned a lot of lessons from this, and I have more hope for post Secret Wars than what we're getting. I have hope. So
Okay. Logan agrees with you. Let's see. Oh, I know. I saw that. In terms of moral horror, I also enjoyed. Not only was New Mutants under the radar, but it came out. It didn't even come out really. It I loved New Mutants, and I'd watch it again, but it was never promoted. It got dropped into.
It was COVID.
Yeah, I feel like it kept getting moved.
It was like over a year late, kind of like Black Widow.
I didn't know Black Widow was like that, but I know New Mutants just kept seeming like they kept trying to not even release it, like they were embarrassed by it or something. They just wouldn't. And there's a lot of really good performances in that, a lot of good writing. It was pretty darn true to the source material.
I think what turned people off of it was that they turned it into, as you said, like Marvel horror. They made it kind of a leaning into mutants as a horror, in the sense of like these powers are coming into these like teenagers that don't know how to control themselves. And I like the idea of like, that's an interesting take on it. I could see that,
Yeah. I agree that it's worth watching. I could watch it again. Okay, good, William Lee. Thank you. Loki, thank you, Maul. Good to see you, Maul. William Lee it doesn't have much to do with the MCU, so it was a very odd show in that way. I'm okay just seeing anything that's good, and I've heard a lot of people liked Wonder Man.
Yeah.
The changes with the film industry fracturing in the age of digital.
Yeah, they've said a lot of things in the sense of leaning into the IP that sells. And that's what we as fans have to understand, is that they're not making these movies for us. They're making it for the general audience. And the general audience, if they, yes, I would love to see like new characters, but they also have to lean into what's going to be bankable with, now you have Ryan Gosling bringing Ghost Rider to the screen. I'm excited. I'm a Ghost Rider fan, so that's piquing my interest. But I think they're going to be more choosy in the sense of like how they bring in new IP that hasn't been tested. Like the X-Men are tested. That's not new IP. Ghost Rider is new IP. That'll be interesting to see.
The age of digital. What fracturing? Are we talking about Mystery Compendium? Or are we talking about? Oh, you're saying streaming?
I think it's streaming. I think in the age of digital, yeah.
Okay, I was thinking there was some kind of AI concern in
there's
here
that too. Yeah, there's probably that too.
Belgian Ellen, I think you should watch it. And let me know what you think, because I really enjoyed it. And I also apologize to you, Belgian Ellen. It's not actually my thing to apologize for, but Riley is just so busy at the moment that he is not going to be able to put together his PowerPoint as to why he hates and is why he hates Cyclops and thinks he's the worst X-Man. I can't for Omnibros. I don't think it's going to happen this year at all.
Well,
So
Cycle's right. You're right. He has had multiple movies at that point, but in this age of people have not necessarily remembered that. But you're right. You're right.
Oh.
I do actually appreciate the Nicolas Cage one, especially with him and Sam Elliott.
Cycle Cincinnati. Okay. Will Ryan Gosling give us anything as cool as Ghost Rider? Oh dear. Okay. Hey Cage, good to see you. Yeah, Blade, what happened there? They had a great Blade actor.
They did, and I think the problem was, like, I think Ollie would have been it is, and hope it doesn't sound like it's ever going to happen now based on his recent statements. He came to them and said, I want to be Blade. And it's like, okay, why wouldn't I like make that happen? But it wasn't part of their plan. And there were a lot of different things where it went through writer after writer after director after director. And I think, again, this goes back to the problem of trying to find outside of Black Panther, where you have a project led by persons of color, where they have one idea in the corporate mind, and then you have the actor, Mr. Ali, just wanting this way. I think the last thing I remember hearing is a period piece, with Blade in during slavery, during the Civil War period at that point. And finding a way that's one of the stories I heard. And interesting enough, going back to Sinners, they actually use a lot of the costumes and things like that from the Genesis Blade project, because it wasn't getting off the ground. They actually used some of the costumes and stuff like that would have been
Interesting
for that. But to your point, it's the idea of, like, really, you can't get a Blade movie off the ground? Like, what was going on? And I think there was a lot of, like, how do we fit this in?
Okay.
But again, I would have liked the idea when I thought post Endgame they were going to do, okay, we're going to have like a street level Marvel part of the universe. We're going to have kind of the horror side of Marvel. We're going to have the cosmic side.
Yeah.
If you lean into that, that could be good. So hopefully one day we'll see Blade. I hate that it's probably at this point not going to be Mahershala Ali. But like who someone just said in the chat, like, who knew Wesley Snipes would be right? There's only going to be one Blade. But I do have faith one day we're going to get Blade. It's unfortunately that's not going to be with who I would have liked it to be. So. But I do have I have to jump off.
Okay.
I'm getting messages.
Yeah, I am too. To see Chris on Geekverse. Okay, wait.
Yep.
Geekverse Podcast Network.
Yep.
And also Marvel Alliance, where you can see and listen to it's listened to, or do you guys?
We do both. So if you want to see us on our live or not live at that point, you want to go to YouTube, just look up GeekVerse Podcast YouTube channel, and you can get everything on there from all the networks. Or if you just want to listen to the dulcet tones of myself and my co-host David, just look up Marvel Alliance on any podcatcher of choice. We go live at 9:10 Eastern Standard Time every Thursday night on the Geekverse Podcast YouTube channel, and then drops the next day on audio. Most recent episode, we broke down some of the post D23 coverage, and but yeah, check us out there. And as always, Mr. Jess, it's always a pleasure to be here with you, my friend, and look forward to another time soon.
That's great. I have really enjoyed having you here. You do have dulcet tones. And this is when you tune into the Marvel Alliance stuff. This is where Chris and his co-host, you've gotten a taste of it right now, of how much film review and breakdown and study and insider knowledge of how things work and things like that. This is the kind of stuff that Chris and his team come up with. So it's always very interesting to listen to. It's always great to have you on, Chris. Thank you so much for being on. And it'll take me a couple minutes to finish. So if you need to go right now, peace and love. It's been great.
You stay on and enjoy. Great seeing everyone in the chat, and we'll be talking soon.
Thank you so much for being here. Good talking to you.
Good talking to you. Bye-bye.
I can stay on for just a couple. Sorry, I didn't see this before, Bunk. I so would have asked him that. So yeah, thank you, James, for all of these. You can find Chris in the description down below. I have links for Kody and BJ and Chris down there in the description box. Yeah, I think this is right. And there are other things for me to talk about. Tomorrow is the Invincible is our book club choice, the first 47 issues of Invincible. If you want to tune into that, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on OmniDog's Vault. And we will be having a discussion on that for a little bit. Monday night at 8 p.m. and Tuesday afternoon at 2 p.m. I'm on at Omni Bros. So we're halfway through 6 days of OmniDog, which I had no idea, thanks to James that let me know that it was happening. My schedule the rest of the night, I'm going to be having dinner with upper management up there, and she might talk me into seeing the latest episodes of Shrinking that we haven't seen. They are in the other room. Thank you, Cycle Cincinnati, for asking. They're in the other room with my microphone. And thank you, Batnessa. It's great to see you and have you in here. And it's always good to have you, Belgian Ellen, and everybody else in the chat. I always appreciate having you guys show up. And we had a lot of viewers today, which was great. At the peak, we definitely had a lot. So I genuinely appreciate it. So I will use my theme song to play me out at this point. And peace and love. Thank you all for being here. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Peace and love.
Better days. Better days. Better days. OmniDog in the miniature of comics. Talk forever, get right your ergonomics. Taking questions from the chat. With a name like that, you think they talk more about the